Hello everyone, and welcome to the Price of Vengeance at Chaotic Neutral Games. I'm Simon, your DM for tonight, as we join, I've got here Kate, that's wrong, Jordan, Felicia, Danny and Corinne with their adventures on the high seas of Valeria. Don't forget that you can help or indeed hinder by using your channel points in the game. Check out the options in the chat bar. You can also join the chaos by clicking the Discord link below, or vote towards the session twist by becoming a subscriber. So, let's join the players.
Hi everybody!
Hello!
Greetings!
We're all back.
I want intro credits, intro titles, because I'm accustomed to saying, as they play episode blah of the day. And then it goes to the credits, and I can, drink coffee, pick my nose.
Not today.
Not today.
So, how are you?
Good, actually.
Good.
Well,
Excited.
yes. That too. Well, me, Corinne, and Jordan have been up for a long while today,
Yep.
so...
Yeah, I actually overslept today because I was going to get up at 8.
Addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, and we love it.
Yeah. I when Corinne turned around to me and said, hey, I know you're an early riser, because it used to be for work. I used to have to get up at 5 every morning to get to work. And thankfully I'm working from home at the moment. Oh my God, the extra sleep. But I was like, get up early. When are you going to get up for? And she's like, oh yeah, about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and stuff like that. I was like, oh right, okay. And then she said, I want to get accustomed to when I go back to work. I was like, oh yeah.
It makes sense.
What does she do 7 minutes after getting out of bed? She's on World of Warcraft. Please,
Corinne has been nice enough to call me
Gets up
every morning
early to
wake
go
me
and
up.
see her dealer. That's what she does.
No, I'm getting up early to hang out with my best friend.
Okay. Right.
And besides, she eats breakfast before she joins me in World of Warcraft.
No,
so
she
in
eats
more than
breakfast
7
as she
minutes.
logs on. Get it right.
Multitasking.
That's like eating your breakfast on the way to your crack dealer.
That makes it fine.
And thank you very much to Freight. I'm trying to do something different this time. That's cool.
And also we figured out to his camera and for him to not look
Yes.
like a
Oh,
purple
yeah.
berry.
Yeah, I look great by the fact that I don't look like I'm Violet Beauregard from Willy and the Wonderland.
Yep.
Willy Wonka
Should you ever
and the
want to?
Chocolate-
Now you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could turn all different bloody colours. The only colour I wanted was my own, So
You got everything but.
I'm pleased with it now. But yes, the lovely Felicia guided me to the software, and literally just as the stream was starting, I was like, "Look, it doesn't work. Look, oh, hang on, it works."
Look, it
there we
doesn't work. Oh wait.
And then we noticed it was going the opposite way, and it was like, actually, it's not working. It's like, Simon's just messing with it.
I think it
That
was
makes
gold
sense.
as well. I'm going to use that. At
Gold
some
was
point.
good.
Yeah, there was a nice kind of ghost in the machine. Hang on, no, that non-anime, ghost in the machine, kind of look, static, and the face coming out of the static. I was like, ooh, thank you.
the Freight, your wife sounds amazing.
Yep. Multitasking.
Multitasking the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? I
Done
played
that
a game
before.
I played a game of Civ 6 before with Kate, Nick, and Corinne.
Yeah.
And during that time, I did like a full roast meal.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Jordan, I think you were there as
I
well.
was I there, yeah.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
I
I
remember
did like a
this.
full roast meal, and I mean not just bung it in the oven. I was making the gravy the proper way.
And I was like, should I
and all the
help?
rest
But
of
you were
it.
like, no, this is my mission.
And I was like, no. I want to do it my way. And
I've got
all
it,
the
but what do you
rest
think
of it.
of
And yet,
the pyramid?
I still wasn't the one who took the longest on it.
Yeah, I know. I remember that as Corinne every single time.
It's just kind of
Doesn't
like I
really
come back
trust
going,
me.
oh shit, that took a bit of time. Oh, it's fine. She's got tons to do.
Yeah.
You guys are so mean to me.
That's because you take forever in that game.
You haven't played it with us.
I
Good to
played
see you again,
the old
DeFreight.
one with you and
And
Jordan.
we should see more once Kate and Seekian have finished with their was it Minecraft servers? So we overlap a bit now because Kate's streaming a lot later now. But to be fair, she rates me regularly, so that's good. So let's get back into this. So you are currently locked broadside with a ship that can't fire back because it has no cannons. This ship has a very strange
Oh,
tactic.
we're just before the collision. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Just
you are
before.
one turn away from the collision according to this, and so you are now broadsides. You have the grapples are down. No, actually, the grapples aren't down. They're about to try and hit, and we're going to. We haven't yet done the piloting check to make sure you're broadside. So you're not broadsides. Currently, you are like this. Although the way that you're angling it at the moment, you're doing it like this in the hope that they won't be able to get that ram in. Yeah. And
Exactly.
I've got here that they've got a -2 to their piloting check.
-2, -3. I think because I did a lot to them.
Yeah.
That was when you were tickling the turtle.
Yeah, I was
wasn't it?
tickling because I gave them. I gave them
Oh,
two.
blimey, Governor! She tickled the turtle.
I gave them
got
two
me.
lightning
That
bolts.
is a euphemism for something, but I
Two
don't
lightning
know what.
bolts and one wall of water has gone on them, so that's 3
Yeah.
actions that I've
Hang
done.
on, that might be on a different piece of paper. Hang on.
As well as.
Yeah. Sorry, the crew gave -2.
Yes, the crew did.
And Corinne gave -2, so it's actually -4 at the moment.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So yeah, so they've got -2 to their piloting check versus that of your own, and that's going to be. I didn't bring up the crew list.
It's always we didn't do the checklist. That was
We
said
didn't
we
We
were
did
going to
most
do.
of it.
Oh, by the way, Simon, I sent in my homework like 1 minute before the stream started.
Yeah, yeah. 1 minute before.
Good enough.
Great.
The disappointment.
So for everybody apart from crew, if you type in !! and then the name of the character, you should be able to get something up. So for example, if I put in ! Dalgal and ! Advance, you
me.
see all their details. When you click the little bit.ly link that's next to it, you get sent to the lovely Felicia's website, where you'll be able to see a portrait of the appropriate person. So that's it for Eva as well, and that is for everybody apart from Corinne's character because she put in, as she says, the homework a few minutes before we started.
We
The
done it!
irony of the situation is that Simon said last week that he would make sure Corinne did
Ooh.
it.
Yeah.
DeFreight just put in !
Ooh.
DeFreight. I like the idea. 'Cause there's not exactly stats because they're skags, but we could put their
Gag.
their class.
The wiki.
Sorry, their race and
Skag wiki.
anything about them that's we can put the skags in.
To one up that and just commission Felicia.
Yeah,
Your own
just
art as well.
yeah, just commission
Oh
Felicia.
wow! Oh wow!
Perfect.
Are
I
we
have
going there?
school next week.
Segueing
You
into
fine,
ads.
Felicia. You can like give the commission icons. You
Felicia's
can
like,
get that bashed
"Missions
out
were
in like
yesterday,
2
man.
hours.
You know, I've got a lot of WoW to get in before school.
That is literally what went through my
know what?
brain. Because before stream started, me and Jordan were already talking about leveling a new character. We are not done with the characters we are leveling.
Okay. So, DeFreight, you've just prompted that because I've got SJ, Trident, Dragons in the Dining Room, Hermit Prime, and yourself, who are the current viewer crew. And yeah, we'll put that in. It won't be as wordy as that, and it obviously won't have a picture on there, unless anybody has a picture.
Yeah, unless
linked to
you
send.
have a
Um,
picture you specifically commissioned.
Yeah,
Right, it
has
can't
to
be
one
like
that
a
you
random
commissioned
picture you
and give us
found.
permission for.
Yeah.
It has to be that. Yeah, cool. I like the idea. So
Yeah, put it mine now, Simon.
Later.
later. You put it in too late.
You said before next stream. I put it in before the next
Yes.
stream.
With the proviso that I would have time to type it in rather than typing it
You
in
can
during the
copy
intro.
paste. You can put it's right
so-
there.
Anyway, you guys like this at the moment. It's trying to ram you, but you're trying to pull around it. You've managed to slow it down with a few of the things that you have set out, whether it be the effects that Shirin has put out, or the skags themselves firing at different parts and slowing the crew down, their crew down. The captain's on their last legs as Dalgal came in and smashed them with his, it's a ball, isn't it?
It's Warhammer.
Oh, Warhammer. Yeah, smashed them with his Warhammer, and yeah,
Two-handed?
you've taken out a lot of
Two-handed
damage from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are doing pretty well against this crew, and definitely adding to the reputation of the Forsaken as the scourge of the seas.
Aha, fair enough.
So, when we'd finished off last time, Dalgal's turn had just finished, which means that the various officers are about on their side are about to do things. So the first one runs up to the side of the ship, swan dives off, and starts swimming frantically towards you, Shirin. You watch as it curls up into a ball under the water.
Question
and
is, can he see where I am? He needs to find where I am first.
Did you do a high check?
I have a orb of darkness around me, so he needs to find in these muddy waters. He needs to find this dark orb, and then find where I am.
Okay, yep, fair enough. In that case, yeah, that would be.
Hello, Mr. Evil.
Hello.
He needs to figure out that mast, that orb, is actually you. He's still going to dive in because he saw you dive in. He's been told to go find you.
Yeah.
So his intelligence is +1. Let's roll. No, with a 7, he definitely does not see you. You can see as he curls up and he arches his back. You can see breaking from his skin what seem to be little kind of spikes, are full like porcupine spikes.
Cool.
That he seems to be confident will fire neatly through the water as well. And as he curls up and starts looking for you, you could have a feeling this one can hold his breath or breathe water, depending on the mutations he has. Looks around and just can't figure out where you are. You can see the big mass, but the perfect darkness orb is kind of, its silhouette is somewhat muddled, and he thinks it's just like kind of oil in the water or something like that, or a shadow, and he can't figure out where you are. So yeah, he loses his turn.
Ooh,
And he needs to pass a DC. What would it be? It'd be a
My
DC.
spell save, maybe?
Yeah, go on. What's your spell save?
it's too high, isn't it?
Ooh. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
this.
Spells. My spell save. I think it is 15. Let me see. Yeah, 15. But you can.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was going to give it DC 15 anyway because that's on par for the level. So yeah, he has to pass an intelligence check to even find you.
Yeah.
But he's gonna doggedly try to do that. So effects on this one is water. Sure.
This is my entire tactic, by the way.
Hit
Yeah,
and run.
hide in darkness. I mean, you're a darkness thingy.
Yeah, Shadow Sorcerer. So it's.
Two of the officers see that the captain is floundering and is going to run up to you, Dalgal, and try to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. So
All at once, one at a time, what'll it be?
both of these ones seem to have a mixture of calloused growths or kind of strange collated claws, either as part of their hand or kind of jutting out from the top of their hand, almost like they've been trying to get hold of a kind of biological weapons that have been mutated onto them. And for these ones here, they are you can see a lot of the calloused growths and calcified growths mean that they're quite heavy. And you watch as these giant muscular arms just swing overarm to try and hit you. So the first one is a 16 to hit.
16 is my AC.
Yep. Okay.
You have +2 as well because of haste.
Oh,
Just drive that on you. So it's eight,
Holy
you have
fuck,
18.
okay.
So
Yeah.
it misses. Yeah. What would normally hit you? You take a look at it, and just on instinct, you go to move out the way, and with preternatural speed, you find yourself about 3 foot away from where you were, and this guy just straight down misses you. And they don't have
And
multi-attack.
I agree, Herman.
Right, too.
Melting things is fun.
The second one's going to try again. This one is a dirty 20, so it does hit you this time.
Ouch.
And however, the total amount of damage is only 7.
Halved.
Hard?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, he can apply it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows how to barbarian.
Yeah, because you're raging, it's half damage.
Easy.
So you take 3.
I can take this all day. Come
Yeah,
on.
3 points of damage.
He's
Oh,
a
that's-
barbarian. What are you expecting? This is what he does for a living.
I might say ouch.
Oh, I have a.
So, Eva, you notice that one of the mutant officers seems to have one arm that's bigger than the other and has like this hunchback appearance. He walks almost gorilla-like, using the knuckle of the bigger arm to run ahead, grabs hold of one of the barrels of saltfish that apparently makes up most of their diet, and slipping around on the deck, he throws it at you, fucking Donkey Kong style, and he's going to try and hit you with it. So that is a 23 to hit.
That hits, actually.
Okay. However, I rolled.
Oh, you also had the
incredibly badly.
+2.
Oh, yeah, so that's... Yeah, but it's still higher
hit.
Yeah,
than...
23 is going to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Unless
I
you're
was
like
saying,
an.
if
Unless
you
you're.
had 21 unhasted,
Yeah.
but I rolled terrible, so only 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this barrel of saltfish narrowly just glances off your shoulder and fucking bruises, but other than that, you're fine. You can see that 3 more are lining up, and you watch as their neck seems to elongate and they manage to turn their head around, not owl style, but more kind of like really twisty necked turtle style. The first 2 are going to fire at you, Alphonse, as they lock onto the one who was shouting fire
Makes
at the
sense.
cannons.
Makes sense.
And the third one is going to try to go for Dalgal. You watch as, similarly to the one that was looking for Shirin, they bend over, and as they do so, these little spines on their back just lengthen. And you watch as this kind of gurgling sound from their mouth as they build up gas in their bodies, and there's just a... And these spines all fly in your direction. So the first one is a 14 to hit
For
for Alphonse.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
It's
So,
gonna hit.
I want you to take 5 piercing damage.
Not as much as a full.
Lot to love for Felicia's art in chat.
6 poison
Yes.
damage.
6
Yeah.
poison.
Yeah. And you're poisoned until its next turn. So you're conditioned poison. And I want you to make... make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. That's proficient.
You should be good at that. You're a sorcerer.
Proficient in... Oh, 9. Yikes.
Yikes.
So
Yeah.
I rolled a
sorry,
2.
Everything I said about the poison and that you're poisoned
Yeah.
sticks then. So you're poisoned for 1 turn.
Oh,
That's the
okay,
fir-
right.
That's the first one. Yeah. Sorry. I was there going. Hang on. They've written this arse about face. It's Constitution save, and they say halves the poison damage and prevents
Right.
poison.
So I
the
am
second
poisoned.
one. So you are poisoned, yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, they fire, and all of the spines just go chunk, 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 against the bulkhead against you. So there's tons of these little spines just
But I'm
in the
still moving
woodwork.
so fast.
He rolled a natural one. So
That
I need this guy to hit.
that guy even misses Jordan. Oh
That
wow.
feels bad for them.
natural one, he got a 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
5
that must feel bad.
The final one, Dalga, you can see looks at the fact that the one hit didn't do much and the other one missed, and kind of again cranes his neck around. You can see this kind of weird, like turkey-necked, but kind of lizard-like neck as he kind of brings it out and then curls it round to look behind him, and brings his back down, and there's that same gurgle intake of breath, and then the in your direction. So that is a 15. Not
Nope.
going to do it. It's not going to do it. You watch again as the woodwork of the bulkhead just goes, and it's covered in these little spines. But looking at these, they appear to have more. They only ejected some of the spines.
Okay.
So that's them,
Not
which
one
brings
shot
it
thing.
round to the captain. So the captain turns to you, Dalgul, lets out this huge gurgling roar, and you watch as the tentacles fly out in every direction, revealing this little lamprey map. It's going to try to do a what's the word? Grapple attack on you with the tentacles.
Okay.
Oh, it's giving you a little swoop.
Ooh, I haven't had one of them in a while.
Then that's all
Natural 20.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You get
it,
smooched.
it
Is
comes
grapple
forward.
not strength on strength? Is grapple not strength on strength?
It is strength on strength. So I'm just describing as it's
Okay.
coming for you. Yeah. So the tentacles of this thing's mouth
The freight
flies
rolls
back.
back.
And you can see it's splayed out in every direction, and he launches towards you. If this natural 20 hits, not only will you be grappled, but you will be blinded, because a natural 20 on this thing's grapple means that it gets your face.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Do you want to see it?
No, I completely trust you, dude. I've played with you long enough.
Bloody hell.
Fuck. Right, so
I
yeah,
assume
you watch-
he's
kinda
because
sorry.
what is the total strength scores? Because yes, natural 20 and all, but what is totals?
both the natural 20s, but this guy's only got a +2. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you've got more than
It's
+2.
more than two.
4. Yeah.
And also he gets. Oh, hang on. I think he gets advantage on strength
I
checks
do.
as well.
Yeah.
Not that he needs it, because you'd only roll it to crit fish, and you've already got one. So yeah, you watch as this guy comes along, and yeah, you just elbow the tentacles out the way, and with this preternatural speed, duck out the way, and the tentacles go around pretty fast, pretty vicious, and end up getting hold of nothing.
Nice try, boy.
Ooh, you're pissing him off.
The captain
Great.
throws the 2 pistols to the side, pulls out the 2 cruel-looking cutlasses, and is going to try to attack you.
Okay.
So here we go.
This guy is so cool. I love the captain. He's so cool.
So the first one is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay,
Yeah,
and that's again shit. That's 4 points of damage.
You're getting the hits this time, but no damage.
2 points.
Yep. Thing
Ow.
is, if he gets the grapple, he does insane amounts of damage, but he kind of needs the grapple.
I do feel
and
very
then-
guilty.
Also, I want to highlight the freight here as when the captain roars, you have this orc to just roar back at him.
Just
Think
this
you
shouting
can
match.
roar? Listen to this.
So yeah, the the second, that's the first cutlass comes in, and it gives you a little bit of an owie, not even a plaster's worth of damage, and you're kind of like, oh, you're going to do that with the second one, and sure enough, as the second one comes down, you just put your hand up and catch his wrist, and he manages to pull it back out, but yeah, I rolled a 3. So just they're like, I love this fucking haste thing. I don't even know I'm doing half of it. Just muscle memory. You're just like, no.
AC 18 is insane. So good.
Same.
However, elsewhere on the ship, you can see that a number of the crew are also fighting. So the crew that they have there is doing a fair amount of damage. They're throwing grapples onto your ship. And they're also trying to get the ship to, because it will at the end of this turn, we'll do the pilot check at the end of this turn, to go in. However, you go across with a bunch of people who are renowned for chaos. And so the first of the viewer players to attack is Defrate. Defrate, please type in exclamation point, Defrate attack.
Oh, it's amazing. They've got their own attacks.
Well, especially Defrate, because he has done.
He's got a cool weapon.
Yeah.
And he's done good role playing in the chat.
Yeah, so good role playing in the chat gets rewarded with little goodies.
Everybody can play, but you get your with a 12 that will hit one of their basic crew, pretty much on the nose, and with 6 points of damage. These things are kind of like the rejected mutants.
Yeah, like 5 hit points.
You've taken out easily half of this thing's hit points in a single shot as your great axe comes down and slashes across one of the minor crew. Elsewhere, you can see that Hermit jumped across with you as well, if I remember, and is fighting with a cutlass.
Roar!
So,
yeah.
Hermit, please do Skag attack.
If you're still there.
Yeah, okay, attack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
13 definitely hits, one extra than you need. So 6 points of damage gets dealt. However, Hermit, as we've already found out from previous role-playing, started their life before they ended up joining the Forsaken as an alchemist. So Hermit, please type in exclamation point Hermit Acid.
Perfect.
Yeah, wrong bottle, dude. Sorry, wrong bottle. So Hermit, this is the first time Hermit's ever used it, by the way.
And I think we have our crew member hasn't been here for anymore. Mr. Evil. If we want to do a non-Skag attack.
So yeah, we'll do that in a sec. So Hermit, that's actually an offhand attack.
It was the brains. Rum
Common
bottle.
mistake, you only do one.
So where the Freight has the one attack, but it's a big attack, that's actually your offhand attack. So whenever I say Hermit attack, type in Skag attack and then type in Hermit acid. And those are your two attacks. The acid doesn't do a huge amount unless you crit, in which case, oh my god, it does a huge amount.
Yeah.
And it's a little unreliable because acid should be that way, and I apologize. I offloaded my entire career's worth of being a chemist of acid puns on you. Actually, I don't apologize at all. It was
No
fun
apology.
putting them in there. Yeah, so never say I don't love you, dude, because instead of just putting in a basic dice roll, I wrote out all of Hermit's acid right there. So all of that is programmed into Nightbot. Thank you for continuing
Note to
follow
self to haste Hermit then, so he gets more of those.
What if he throws more of the rum?
So, Mystery Hole, I would like you to. Currently, you're on this ship. when it gets round to Alphonse's turn, which is going to be very, very soon, when he says if he says to fire cannons, type in exclamation
can't.
point cannon. If he
You
says
can't, it's too
to,
close.
if he says exclamation point musket, you have to use a musket. Okay, so
Their rum, not our rum.
the two ships are up against each other, and you can see that there is a skilled helmsman on each, to the point where I'm going to say, as near as damn it, both of their piloting skills were equal. There's only stuff you need to be able to pilot, especially for something like this. It's basic maneuverability. However, they have -4, so I'm going to roll the first one for their ship, and this is going to be -4. My word.
That's not good.
0.
Okay, I'll
Okay, let's
roll
beat.
yours just for completeness sake, but I think we're going to beat a fucking 0.
Let's get the 20. Let's get the 20.
19.
There we go. So, yeah. Fucking easily. They come in and you're like, nope. And instead of crashing in, you guys manage to get a perfect broadside. At which point, grapples are thrown, and spurred on by the fact that Defrate and Hermit have already been cutting up their fucking crew, Dalgal also taking advantage of the officers. Instead of them boarding you on the majority, although it does go both ways, your ship is going to board in the majority, okay, onto theirs. So, first of all, I haven't put in a boarding action. I decided against exclamation point board. So now it's just going to be basic skag attacks. And I'm treating this like minion classes in Genesis, where I'm just counting down numbers after all. So all the stuff that Defrate and the others have been put in has basically been bringing down their crew to the point where you might obliterate their crew before the players obliterate the officers. So, with that in mind, I would like at the top of the round, it's Alphonse. So Alphonse, you are poisoned, but you can shout a single word as a free action, which of course could be muskets or cannons. Dalgal now, as a Master of Arms, is normally the one that says to fire the muskets. He's kind of busy right now.
Yeah.
Taking across the thing, and he will be the one to order the attack as well. So, it's up to you, Alphonse. You can choose to do the musket or cannon attack before or after your own action. What are you going to do?
I think we'll do the muskets first. The cannons weren't as good as the muskets, if I remember correctly, on this particular boat.
Yeah.
Well, now it's all about the numbers of the crew rather than fucking up the ship. So yes, it is.
So I think the muskets, in this sense, would be better.
Okay, Mr. Ehole, you fire your musket early before you
Fired
order
it
again,
way
and you will be
too
put in the
early.
brig.
Yeah,
Didn't
well,
say fire
the
yet.
bosun's gonna have you.
You wait for the Master at Arms or the Master Gunner to tell you to fire the muskets.
You missed as well.
With a 6, you missed anyway.
And I think he was the only one left on the ship to fire a musket.
What happens is, because there's unnamed skags, everybody gets
Right.
to roll. So
That's fair.
when you give the order, Hermit and Defrate also do musket attacks.
In that case, everyone take aim and fire.
I don't have a musket shot thing.
That is the muskets, not the cannons.
Fire spell.
Hopefully they can tell
So
us.
with a 21 and 8 damage, one of the spare skags takes out the one that Defrate is fighting. Defrate, you cut up one of the crew, but then after that, one of the musket firing skags manages to take him out in the head, no less. and with an 8, unfortunately that misses. I'm going to do a few as well to represent the others. 16, and 5, and that one was for that. Only once, Mr. Ehol.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you only get to fire once.
Per turn.
That was per turn.
And the 12 hits as well. So
With
yeah, you
9
watch
points damage, which is.
Yeah, you watch as several of them
Good.
actually come down a lot. There's a lot of their crew sprawling all over it, but you watch as a good amount of them start falling down to musket fire.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah. There's a
Nice
background
shooting.
tick as well of basically the hit points of their crew and the hit points of your crew go down each turn. Just consider that everybody gets damaged a bit.
Yeah.
It's one of the things where I was grinding the maths for a while. I was like, this is the best way to do it without it being too long.
Thank you, mate.
So,
What accent does the orc, the freight orc have?
Oh no.
I don't think he's got like a kind of rumbling, deep, kind of groggish voice. You know?
I felt
Thank
like.
you, mate.
But my imagination was like London accent.
Very British.
Yeah.
Very British orc. I like this.
I played a Cockney
I
orc
watched that
before and I
movie.
loved it.
Sorry,
So,
British Orc. Starring Hugh Grant.
Jim, I'd like to rage if you don't mind.
Has anyone seen my tusk polish?
Oh god, I want Nick to do this because he has all these English rules in his head.
Fortunately, I'm scum and don't know them all.
That's okay, dude. Scum together. Right, so what else are you doing, Alphonse?
Right, so obviously I've got my action and bonus action to fire off.
Yes,
So-
and you're a sorcerer.
What does poison do, Simon? So we can read off the conditions so we know what it actually does.
Poisoned is just that your disadvantages on all checks and attacks this turn.
Okay, that's
Well,
fine.
since he has
I'm on the
advantage on
totem.
all attacks this turn.
They cancel out.
Yeah.
So I'm just rolling for normal, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure.
And also you can, if you want to, you can make them do saves for avoiding that as well.
Meh.
I did that last time, the save. And that's why I failed. But yeah, okay, guiding bolt to the captain.
Okay.
British orc rage.
Give me a bit
The
of warning.
captain is bleeding profusely and has like a fucking crater.
Isn't there a
Um,
spirit weapon next to the captain by now?
Oh yeah.
That's my bonus
Oh yeah,
action, yep.
yeah. Alphonse is going to do some nice damage here.
Bit of damage.
Yep. So go for it.
So first level guiding bolt.
Mhm.
That is 11 to hit. That's bad.
No, that does not hit the captain.
Crap.
And your guiding bolt, weirdly,
It isn't guided.
is at disadvantage because it's not in the range of the totem to. Hang on, you are.
Yeah.
I am.
Either both apply or neither apply. Either way, roll normal.
He already
Just
rolled.
roll a normal d20 roll.
So he said.
sure.
Wait, he rolled 11, didn't
He rolled for the guiding bolt, and I'm there saying now roll for the
Okay.
spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Oh, for the spiritual weapon, sorry. Yeah, I didn't roll for that yet. That is... Ooh, that's better. 24.
24 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Nice. At least something hits.
Yeah.
That is the lowest I could do, 6.
Oh.
My rolls today!
Yeah, I mean that
It's
that
the
brings.
fancy dice on D&D Beyond. They
Yeah.
are cursed.
They did great last session. I
We're a
was
bit
getting
too close
all
to
of the
fire
top
the
rolls.
cannons, Mr. A-hole. Bit too close.
And also, you need the master gunner Alphonse to tell you to do the
Yep.
cannons. Otherwise, you get brigged.
Yeah.
So yeah, you watch as your remind us. What is your spiritual weapon again?
The scimitar will be in the
Scimitar.
picture that's rotating through.
Yes,
Let's
I'll
see.
bring.
So the scimitar slashes down. Does take a nasty nick out of the.
False damage, not piercing.
Yeah, it's not piercing, but it's scimitar.
Yeah.
I flavour it the same, even though yes, it is. And it still puts a nasty gash in the captain. you can see that they're battered, bruised, bleeding profusely. And considering they've got Dalgal just weaving and bobbing in front of him, probably not long for this world.
Good.
Shirin,
Yes.
you can see that one of the officers is
In the water.
in the water. You can see these spines that don't seem to have gone back in, and it's swimming very much like I guess the kind of a crocodile. The entire body is going, but it's covering a good ground. You have a feeling this one's got a swim speed as well. What would you like to do?
Could attack him, or I can try and... Well, we basically prevented them from ramming the ship by now, which was my main concern.
Yep, they're broadsided, so they can't ram you anymore.
Yeah. Good. So, I can see what I can do toward this guy. So, I'm darkness. I am darkness. And I'm essentially attacking where he can't see me. Does that mean I get advantage on the attack?
Yes, it counts as being from him.
Yeah. And yes, if he has any brains, he can notice where it comes from, but he will still have disadvantage on his attack against me unless he has dark vision.
Yeah, he'll have disadvantage on his attack against you because you're in darkness, but at least he'll have advantage on his intelligence check to find out where he came.
Yeah. Let's go with a chromatic orb, and let's go for some cold damage, I think.
Okay, cool.
Or maybe thunder. Let's do thunder. Or lightning, I mean.
Yep.
Second level. Second level chromatic orb. No, acid. That's your thing, Felicia.
That is true, it is. It just
I'll
feels so
take
sad to hear the words chromatic
That's-
orb and not acid.
That's a natural 27.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Yep. I'm gonna roll twice on D&D Beyond rather than finding 8d8s to roll.
Oh, trust me, that's the fun part.
Yeah. 22 plus... Oh my god, those are amazing rolls. 50!
50!
50!
That's a proper
28
chromatic
plus
orb.
22 is 50 points of damage.
It is.
So you guys actually see some of this, even though it's under the water. So that she throws what is basically a kind of 1-inch ball of elemental chaos, and as she throws it, this thing just kind of flashes different colors as it goes up to it, and then as she focuses on it and focuses on thunder damage, it hits the creature square in the chest, and then with an explosion that Michael Bay would, have a moment over, there's this boom as thunder damage, which is, literally an air explosion. It is.
Well, I did say
Shooting
lightning,
to
but
it.
yes, because I
Oh,
don't
did you say
think...
lightning? Okay.
Yeah, but because
think-
I don't think I can do thunder. Let me double check. Because Chromatic Orb
No,
has
I
a few
think
choices.
it's lightning.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's lightning
lightning.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, maybe not the explosion, but instead, what you
Just
see
see it.
momentarily through this murky water. Suddenly, the murky water just lights up like a bright camera flash, perfect white light, and outlined in it is a creature going.
Skeleton.
Sure, must be having so much fun down there.
A few seconds later, a body just goes on top of the water.
Accompanied, I guess, by shoals of
Yes,
explosives.
everything
Yeah,
else.
that thing only had 30 hit points left, so yeah, that thing is dead.
Amazing.
Oh, you killed him!
Yep.
Yes. Chromatic Orb is the best spell in the game.
Yeah,
It's a
it's hit or
first
miss, but
level
its damage
spell.
is brutal. If it hits,
But you
it's
can
amazing.
pick and choose the typing of it, so it's so good for a multitude of situations. It even scales somewhat decently.
Let's see.
So,
Where's my thunder? Where's my thunder? There, thunder. Gotta move
I
it.
asked myself that.
There we go.
Right. So, you fried that guy.
Yes.
The
Pickled fish.
Fish
Fried
sticks.
yes,
Yes.
pickled fish everywhere at the moment. So the next up is unless there's anything else, Shirin.
Well, no, I can't really do much for a bonus action. Oh, I can.
Are you staying underwater?
Yes. I will see.
Well, the only thing that have seen you is now floating.
No dead.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
dead.
The only one that had it. I mean, they know someone's down there. They saw you jump in, but they also know that someone just fried one of their things. And again, you're all fucking sorcerers, so I'm expecting the glass cannon
Yeah.
stuff to go off. if this
I
is
will
gonna happen.
speak in Aquan to the creature. Well, primordial, but the Aquan dialect, and because I can actually communicate simple ideas to things with breach water, I think is the thing. Emissary, you can
Swim speed.
communicate simple ideas with beasts that can breathe water. So
Oh,
I
breathe
will,
water, sure.
yeah.
I
so,
have
Okay.
the swim speed one.
yeah. So I will go
Okay.
help. I'm here to help.
The creature says 2 words: pain. That's the only simple idea you have.
Yeah.
Fair.
And actually, it says if you communicate simple ideas to them, it didn't actually say that you can talk back. I'll look it up.
No, but if
so-
it speaks any sort of Aquan, if it has any sort of intelligence, that's what I'm thinking.
It kind of. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
This creature's off the books anyway, so it can do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck I tell it to. So
It can cry for
next
help.
is
Also, the chat is amazing. I'm reading it every so often.
Oh yeah. Those pickled fish.
Yeah.
Pickle,
Yeah.
There
pickle
is
fish.
so
All about
many of
pickled
them.
fish, man. All about pickled fish.
Hermit, it's a little. It's like, you guys are idiots, but I love you so much.
I understood that. Alphonse understands that. How dare you?
Alpha's not on that ship. Alpha's is on the normal ship.
Yeah, we can still hear it. So yeah, Ava, what are you doing?
Ooh, it's my turn. Well, we have 2 giant eagles that need to attack, and also I need to attack. I was thinking, what in the name of officer / captain do we have left?
So you've got the captain, which is looking fucking rough, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the officers out of 10 left.
Right. Are any of the officers close together?
Yeah, so 2 of them are the 2 that have kind of clubbed hands. With kind of spurs and bits coming out of it that's attacking Dalville. Both of them are right next to each other.
Well, I snipe then.
Sure, yep.
Make sure you don't hit Dargle. Dargle.
Narratively,
fine. Nothing hits
she
me.
can angle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can handle it.
It's one of the nice things about Totem. I'm like, yeah, I'll allow that. Go for the attack.
Well,
I'm sorry, sir. Respect for my fellow skags, sir.
Yeah, I make the
You
range.
sound great.
Spell attack. Okay,
Oh,
that's
love you
not
guys.
the worst I've done. Please, phone. I need my thing. Okay, I have +7 to spell attack. Does a 15 hit?
15 hits on the nose. They're AC 15.
Good. Thank you. Spell attack +7.
Oh, wow.
I did not roll well.
Needed that.
She attacks on an 8 upwards.
What was that, Felicia?
That is 1d10 piercing damage.
Oh yeah, because it's the.
So that's 5 piercing damage. Very average.
Okay.
And then
Exactly
the
average.
shard explodes, and the both of them need to do.
Dexterity save.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay,
ice
so their dex save is +4 for the officers, and for the attacks I roll on campaign lab because it's faster. But for anything that requires a d20, I don't use. That's one failure. And one pass, one fail. I'm guessing with a +4. So I'm assuming 11 doesn't pass with a
Nope.
ridiculous. Yeah, okay. But the other one is 21. So one pass, one fail.
Well, 10 cold damage.
And the other one gets half, right?
should
Or
be.
not?
No, it's just a save. You either pass it or you don't. Or...
Okay, so it's actually the one
okay.
that you hit gets the brunt of the damage. The other one just gets pelted with ice, but it only does.
Because it is
cosmetic.
succeed on dex save or take.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, fine. Cool, that's you, Ava.
No,
Anything else?
I have 2 giant eagles that need to attack.
You do attack with them.
Simon, would I adjust your golden balance a little bit? Because you're getting
I
golden
might be becoming
boy.
more gold.
You're a golden boy now.
Slightly
I'm a golden boy. I always knew it. My mum always said so.
So one of the giant eagles is gonna try and finish off the captain.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Gonna
sure.
steal his kill.
Well, I didn't like what he did, and well, narratively,
It did get shot at. The eagle.
yes, I have angry burbs on my side. Okay,
So roll to hit.
that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, that's the bite attack. So that is a 6
Orc
damage.
beards represent.
6 damage. Yep, sure. You watch as the bird literally just rips off a tentacle, and it's starting to spurt blood out of its face.
Good. It's not dead yet because the burb still has one more attack.
Yeah, it has the talon attack. Yeah. Giant eagles, so underrated. If you're playing a druid, giant eagles.
Giant eagles, very good. Does 17 hit?
17 does hit. Yeah, because they've got I think it has a 16. It was just one more than the officers. So yes.
Lovely. That is 2d6 plus 3. So I do not bad. 13 slashing damage.
Surely.
Both of the claws land either side of the captain's neck. And you watch Dalga gets a front row fucking seat as these cruel talons start to just pierce into the flesh like.
And remember that all my
Like
bird's
it's nothing.
attacks are magical, in case it matters.
Oh yeah.
I say that's right. Take him for questioning.
And you watch as the bird, again, giant fucking eagle, the bird beats its wings really hard and
Bird is
tears
probably
out
larger than you are,
both
Daryl.
jugulars. Just both jugulars, just. And you just start getting bathed in blood. The captain is dead.
No.
And you were right next to him because he was trying to grab your head. Yeah, you watch as just gout after gout of blood is coming up from under these tentacles. And the captain drops the sword, starts ineffectually trying to stem the flow of the hands. But you can see that they're just starting to leaning against the bulkhead and slide down. Yeah, you've got another fucking eagle as well.
Yes, I do.
Is the captain changed in any way? Because he started to change before when he took damage.
Weirdly, no.
Oh.
Well, as that is happening, and as
Specifically, he
my
took divine damage.
fancy. No, but as all of this is going on in like 6 seconds, so as one of the officers narrowly dodged my ice knife's explosion, the other eagle pounces on it.
Okay, the one that is dodged. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I like the cinematic of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does a 21 hit?
Definitely, yeah. 15 for the officers.
That's 6 damage.
Okay.
Magical piercing damage.
Yep. So yeah, again, that comes out and just takes out a morsel. This time, it doesn't manage to take off one of the appendages.
Another hit for the talons, because that's
Yep,
a
the talons are where it's
23.
all at. So yeah, these two cruel-looking talons sink into its back.
Not my best. That is a 10 damage.
Yep, 10 damage. Right, so there is something that I should point out. It hasn't come up yet, but your eagles don't have flyby.
No, it doesn't. They
so
don't. And that is fine.
unless it takes it, there is an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. But it did a fair amount of damage, so I mean, I don't think you're going to be too worried about that. So yeah.
The thing is, they're phase spirits technically because of my shepherd alignment, and I can summon them twice more if I need to this battle.
Oh yeah, they die. They just go back to the Feywild, and they aren't necessarily eagles in the Feywild. They may be like autumnal nights or summer nights or whatever. Basically, there are Fey spirits out there that disappear from the Feywild and become something in the real world, and then after being dismissed, they just go, and the spirit goes back into the dreaming. So it's absolutely fine. And for anybody who's confused, for me, with the Illyrian canon, Feywild and Arcadia are part of the Dream Country. So there's a little bit of a difference compared to me. So the creature, as the bird flies away, tries to backhand, hang on, that one had the big web hands, didn't it? So yeah, it's going to go for your AC 13 creature and rolls a 12. So it swings its clubbed hand backwards in the hope to beat the brains out of your eagle. But the eagle's just too fast, and it lifts away, and you can see the feathers.
Nope.
The feathers on the chest of the creature kind of fluff like that when the thing misses. It misses only just, literally one. So
Ava still has one more action from haste.
Oh shit! Yeah, she has that.
Which can be it can't be another spell.
Can't
but
be a
it-
spell,
be
but
a
any other normal action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do something fun, shall we? Let's see. Last turn I did a crossbow attack as my extraction, and I will do that this time too.
Sure.
Continue on
Yep.
the one I've been hitting on so far. The one that got hit by the ice knight.
You haven't used your bonus action for anything, have you?
No.
No. Okay. In that case, you're able to satisfy the loading requirement via the crossbow. And who's the target?
The one who I hit with the other thing.
What's your plus on your crossbow? It's like 2 or
No, it's a +5. I'm proficient.
We know what we're doing.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
So has Ava come on board the other ship now? Or
Nope.
are you shooting
I'm
the way
still
back?
on our ship.
She's on your ship.
Oh right,
just
I have
pelting them.
advantage on this. I have advantage on the ice knight. Wait, give me a moment. I need to roll to see if I get a natural 20. No, okay.
I was gonna say.
You got a crit fish, man. Yeah.
If I'm gonna crit fish, I'm gonna crit fish. Anyways,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
come on.
6
Your whole
damage.
totem is crit fishing.
Yeah, I picked it for a reason.
Well, that and reliable hitting.
Yeah.
Crit fishing. Anyway, 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, sure. So yeah, you guys watch as hasted is the word as she throws a knife, points to where the birds need to attack. Although I think you're just letting the birds just attack now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then loads the bow with again this preternatural speed.
Thanks for the
Oh!
sub, dude.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Stormfuse, and join the game as well. The skags aren't just hermits and defrays; it's anybody who's watching. So if you want to type in chat, tell us a little bit about your skag. They don't have a class because your class is skag, But tell us what race you are, and tell us what crime brought you to the Forsaken to try and seek redemption on the high seas. So, the
Ice knife, you said.
you watch her throw the ice knife, load the crossbow with a ridiculous speed, and then fire it. And this guy's just been pelted. One guy's been hit with the ice knife. The other one had the eagle kind of ripping at him, and then thunk with the crossbow as well. She's just this barrage of damage at this point.
I'm playing support.
The supports do damage too.
Yeah.
I play D&D the same way I played WoW. And Jordan has seen me on a healer now.
Dalville, you can see that the captain is just bleeding out in front of you. However, you do have two, heavy, club-handed, heavy attackers that are in base-to-base contact with you. So they are engaged with you. And they're trying to smash into you at this point. But you have seen that one of them's been torn at by an eagle and shot, and the other one had an ice knife that exploded in his chest. They're not looking the best at the moment.
Good. And can I assume that the captain is good?
Oh, the captain, yeah.
Damn it! I was going to ask a question. Never mind. Okay, I will take my axe.
Eagles got
Even though this has been a very eventful corner that I've been in the last 6 seconds, I'm gonna take my axe and just take stock of the situation and swing it at the one that was damaged by the ice knife.
Sure. Okay.
I don't get. I do get advantage. Yeah. Oh no, I don't get advantage. No,
You don't get advantage for your range. No.
It's still a 19.
19 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
And don't forget your +2 damage for your range.
It is.
Please say a lot.
10 points. That's actually just 10 points damage.
10 points of damage. That's 2/3 of what he had left. So you slam into him. Something goes snap very loudly to the point where a few of the crew kind of turn around and go. You think you might have smashed his clavicle and a few other bits as well.
I also have a lightning strike that comes down because of my storm aura. So I'll aim it at that one. So it needs to make a dex save of DC 15.
Okay, he gets a +4 on his dex save because they are physical. These a lot of this crew is physical. So D20, and then there's a +4 that gets added to this. So roll for damage.
Yeah, 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage is on 1 hit point. You watch as you bust his fucking clavicle, and then as you're there just snarling at him, there's this static just down your beard and flies into his face. Hits back. You can see that his face is scorched. He can't speak anymore because all the nerves in his fucking face have gone. He looked fucking ugly beforehand, but now he's terrible. And you can see him stumble back, and the slightest thing will kill him. So
how many attacks have you done?
I've got 3 because I do 2 attacks from barbarian, and then I also my 1 attack from hate. Well, 1 action.
He's only done 1 melee attack so far.
Yeah.
My second attack is going to go to the other dude. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is. I get 11 on that one.
11 unfortunately misses, and you watch as this thing kind of grins and just steps back, and your hammer goes wide.
You can reckless, I think, if you want to.
Yeah. But I mean, the reason I haven't done that is because I'm expecting to get hit by a lot of people.
Yeah. Ooh. Stormfuse, thank you for following.
My miss follows through and tries to finish off the.
Yep. So this is your hasted attack. Go for it.
Yep. And it is. I'm rolling shit. That is just 12.
12. Yeah. Again, these officers they fight all the time. You can see how regular schmoes that just are on the regular ships, merchant bodyguards and things, would struggle against this lot as it steps back with a huge grisly grin, and just looks at you as if to say, "Yeah, you're just going to get me."
There in my
You hear a whisper in your mind, the Freyton Hermit, as Shirian messages you and says, "Less flirting, more attacking."
Come on, guys.
So the one that's all scarred up and all the rest of it knows that it's kill or be killed.
Yes.
Manages to muster themselves against you, and Dalgul, and comes down with that horrible clubbed hand. 19 does hit, but it only does 6 points of damage because I'm rolling for shit.
6 down to 3.
Down to 3.
Yep. And the other one is going to do the same.
Hopefully,
so-
I'm taking all these hits on my bare arm so that there are more scars afterwards.
Just kind of like, do one here, I've got one here.
Yeah, exactly.
The second one is 18, so that hits. Actually, just about, doesn't it? Because you're a 16
yeah.
to 18. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. And this does 10 points of damage. So this one did. This one did.
5.
I'd like to point out that I have more AC than our tank.
Sure.
Um,
I just
The,
realized that.
I'm not wearing armor.
True. I am.
1, 2.
I am
Okay,
also
so
saying that.
this one is the barrel thrower. The barrel thrower sees. Well, first of all, they were really disappointed about the fact that they'd hit Eva, but didn't do much in the way of damage. And then looks over at Dalgul and kind of snorts, and there's fucking snot coming out as it snorts in derision. And then looks at Alphonse, grins, and whatever mutation they had, the grin goes almost up to their ears. It's really disconcerting. And they pick up what seems to be a large ring of.
Oh, you 10 ACL.
It's a spool of nautical rope, which is heavy as fuck because I grew up on the coast and I used to have to roll those fuckers to the ship. And he throws it. It's a 21 to hit. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you get smashed in the face by this big reel of nautical rope. That's enough to kill a villager. 10 points of damage. That would have crushed a villager.
Does it go straight over it? Like,
It just kind of hits the trunk of him, about here.
Okay.
And I'll say that because there's no prone effect, that you kind of bounce off a bulkhead but manage to stay on your feet. And you're just like, fuck.
Definitely staggering. That definitely hurt.
Oh yeah. So
I got you. Don't worry.
That's barrel thrower. Then Dalgul, you watch as another set of spines fire in your direction. But again, because this guy rolls for shit, he just pelts the captain. Just pelts the fucking body with these spines. Looks around and looks really guilty. And then the other two are going to go for Alphonse. They saw Alphonse give the command for the boomsticks, and they did not like the boomsticks.
Boomsticks.
That's a 14 to hit you, Alphonse?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
10 AC, Simon.
If it's
10 AC.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, con saving. I'm supposed to be good at that.
You are.
I mean, he's already poisoned.
14.
14? Yeah, you passed.
Ooh.
So that's only a total of 8 points of damage, so 5 piercing, 3 poison. And you're not poisoned by this effect.
Am I poisoned from the previous one, or is that gone now?
No, that's gone now because your turns. You had your disadvantage turn.
Right.
Unless one of
I
these
also
two hits
understood
you.
the Elvish earlier. I have so many languages. Why do I have
The second one is an 18 to hit you, as the second one fires the spines in as
Yep.
well. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
Time it is a 9 again.
A
What?
9. So yes, you are poisoned again for one more turn, because these only do one turn of poison. And you take 11 damage, so that's 5 piercing, 6 poison. The
Okay.
reason why I'm splitting up the piercing and the poison is we've got a dwarf in the party, and he takes
And it
half
matters.
damage from all poison. Which gets halved again because you're raged. No, you're not a bear, are you? Are you a bear? No, you're a storm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that would be halved as well because of dwarven resilience. So yeah, that you've taken a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, I'm bleeding. I am not feeling good right now. I'm feeling awful.
Hide in a cannon.
No, because we know the skags will fire it without being ordered. They do that sometimes.
So elsewhere on the ship, you notice that the skags are
They're
doing quite
chatting.
well as well.
They are chatting a lot.
And they are doing this. They are swashing their buckle as they are dancing, and they're talking and fighting at the same time. So, Defray, Mr. Ehol, Hermit, please fire your signature attacks or your basic attacks in case of Mr. Ehol. So that's for anybody else who's in chat who also wants to join in. Exclamation point skag attack for the basic.
Yes, you will. So for Defrate and Hermit, do your
Hermit is
special
multitasking.
attacks. Someone give him a pig.
Oh
have
yeah,
one.
the bagel. Mr. Ehop hasn't had a bagel yet.
Oh, don't
no,
worry, there are still croissants to be had.
2 Gs.
Two Gs, Mr. Hole. Yeah.
That was not 2G.
That's not.
It's
That should work, shouldn't it?
SCAG.
CAG.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
CAG, not
Yeah,
a
so-
K. Yeah.
It's that. There we go.
Hermit, you still do your skag attack if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
A nasty amount of damage by her. Oh, 4.
Oh,
I was going to say,
no.
he got the 2d6. Oh, 4 damage. So, Defrain with the 22, 5 points of damage. You end up slamming into another one there. You can see that the crew are their crew are starting to thin out quite considerably at this point. Let's see,
22 to hit.
And Hermit, don't forget your skag attack as well because your acid isn't off. There we go. A 4. So yeah, the acid hits, but the unfortunately the scimitar doesn't.
Do you want to
okay.
try doing the 2d6 again? Because on the thing it says Lidham rolled 15, dealing 4. I think that might have bugged out a little bit for the 2d6.
Yeah, you can't roll 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yep, that might be a Nightbot thing. Let me just ask Nightbot what the fuck is playing at.
Roll 15, 2 dice. That's it. Very good.
That's a good roll.
That's 1d6.
1d6.
Oh, I must have not hit save. Hang on a second.
And also,
Oh.
Mr. Ehole, if you want to try skag attack again with C, go for it.
Yeah, there's again.
Hey.
I got the exact same thing. It's not quite correct.
Right, so
The exact
2d6 is between 2 and 12. Submit.
Yeah, that's my
yeah,
I'm
do that.
looking up
Do that
some
again, Hermit. Do a
So-
2d6 and it'll do it properly this time.
That's better. 4 damage, 4 done.
Nice.
Yep, so 4 damage onto
Oh,
that.
that's the wrong thing.
And
You still rolled a 4.
still only rolled a 4 on the 2d6. That's a shame. But it, you're whittling down their total hit points.
And Mr. Ehole got in a skag attack with a 19 to hit with 4
Yep,
damage.
and another 4 damage again. So between the lot of you, I mean, these their crew has 12 hit points each. And if it ever becomes relevant, that's the amount of points that you guys have. And you see as the you're whittling down. So 4s is like a third of their hit points. So don't feel bad about that.
Pretty good.
Just because between Felicia and Corinne they're popping off like 50 at a time. They are glass cannons, remember.
Well,
you
I
you
am.
start
Felicia
hacking
not
away
so
at-
much, because actually druids have
Less-
more.
Oh yeah, sorry, she's
Wait,
a druid,
what?
isn't she?
I
You're a
have
druid,
what?
not sorcerer. So you're not.
Yeah.
glass
I am Druid now.
You're a
Yeah.
druid.
You're a druid.
So,
I Druid.
druid, which is Swedish for druid.
Not really.
No.
It's just WoW speak for Druid.
I know.
Druid.
Yeah, you watch as the skags are just ripping into the main crew. So,
Elf's so skinny, I was the one that I can't land a hit. Being so mean! Half elf.
Oh dear.
Oh,
You're
this
getting
is
served
brilliant.
in the
Yeah,
comments.
I like it. You get a crew banter.
Anyways, Jordan, don't bother healing yourself. I can attack with eagles. I can do that for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
So, Alphonse, it is back at the top to you. What are you going to do?
Still. Well, first of all, we're going to reload the muskets for anyone else on board. our
Okay,
ships.
so no musket this turn because everyone's reloading. And
Oh, thank you so much for bits, Mr. Hall.
Yes, you can trust in me. I promise.
Ava, please. I'm so hurt. You better finish them off. Like, I'll make sure I put out as much damage then as I can, but please, if they get
I
me,
got you.
okay, I'll trust you. Because if I don't, you'll kill me anyway.
Yes.
In that case, I will cast. So how many of the officers are left?
let's see, we
what
have
we're looking
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have the 2 club hands. No?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, one
2
with
club hands
one
because one's on 1 hit point. Yeah, you've got 2 club hands, you've got the barrel thrower, and you've got 3 spiners.
Her with the defrate of flirting again.
How's the barrel thrower looking?
Well,
The
they're
barrel
fighting
thrower is
better
on
when
4
they
hit
do
points.
that.
No one's hit
Yeah.
the barrel thrower.
Of course not. Of course they haven't. Alright.
Yeah, and the barrel throw is 3d6. Yeah, my living siege weapon is still going.
It helps if you look over at Dalgam. I am quite happily raging. And,
Yeah.
You know,
He's quite
I'm-
happy. He raged.
I'm like, yeah. Don't take away my kills again.
Okay,
I didn't do it. It
I
was the
really hate
eagle.
that barrel
Yeah.
thrower.
Blaming on you.
Got it coming.
Yep.
Okay, that barrel thrower. Gonna cast Guiding Bolt, 2nd level at him.
With advantage. Keep
With advantage.
No, because I'm poisoned.
Not
Advantage and disadvantage. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Was
One of-
was
he got hit. He passed the first Constitution saving throw
The
and failed
second
the
one I
second.
failed it.
I thought it was only 1 round for it. That's why I said.
No, I got hit twice.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
1 round, but then he got hit this round as well.
Oh, okay.
By a completely different spiner. So yeah, the spiners are the controllers.
Right, so with disadvantage, but also advantage. Cancel.
So it counts as
Okay.
So
But
Guiding Bolt.
unlike the benefactor, we actually have 2 people who can heal now.
Yes. That is useful.
Okay. So that is 16 to hit.
yes, 16 definitely hits the barrel thrower. So roll for damage.
Good.
That is 5d6 radiant. That is. Oh, that's good. 21 damage.
Yeah.
You.
This thing
Now-
slams into him, and you can see his mutation twist and contort as the damage is applied. Give me a medicine check.
Oh, I'm not very great at this, oddly enough.
Wisdom.
Says the medic.
Yeah, well, they're wisdom based.
3.
3. Yeah, that really hurt. That is definitely hurting.
I can heal, but I don't know how or why it heals.
Yes.
I'm starting to gather how your background happened now. Someone with proper medical
Right.
training wouldn't have made that call.
No,
Anyway.
exactly. That's the thing. That's why he doesn't know. That's why he made mistakes. That's why things went bad and he just didn't care about them.
Mistakes happen.
Anyway, bonus
You
action.
still have a because it doesn't require concentration. Oh, but your haste.
I'm not.
I don't
hasted.
think you're.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
not
ca-
hasted,
You
but I
casted
can't-
haste.
Yes.
Yeah. You got hit before. I need a
right.
concentration.
Okay. Sure. That is 20.
So yeah, the you've got the weapon. It's currently closest to the 2 clubfoot ones.
Yep.
Sorry, club hand ones. But you can send it over to the barrel thrower if you wish.
I'm going to send it over to the one of the club guys that has the 1 HP.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Because I can move and attack in one move, like one
As your bonus action.
a bonus action. So advantage and disadvantage to hit, yeah?
That's right.
Okay, that is... That's good. 17 to hit.
Yeah, it dies because it's on one hit.
I will teach you how to.
Roll for damage anyway, and it was the lowest I could roll.
Okay.
1-1.
So that's your offense, and you can't call for muskets this time round.
No.
Even though you've got quick load cannons on this, compared to the muskets, you don't feel that they would do a great deal of damage. Also, everybody's reloading the muskets, so really,
Yeah,
you can't
everyone's reloading.
fire the cannons. Okay, so you give the command to reload, and we're on to Shirin.
Yes. Oh, hey, Stormfuse. No, it's not. Oh, it's a little blue cobble.
You're a blue kobold. That's amazing. Confused. Kobold.
I like you.
Yeah.
By the way, Stormfuse, don't forget to join our Discord because there's going to be some subscriber twists coming up very soon with the with new stories that's going. New missions that are going to be starting in the Star Wars game and the Benefactor as well.
More rubbed.
I like it. You got a blue kobold on crew. I like it.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
cute.
Over the rum. Perfect.
Yes. Ooh, what do I do? I mean, but most of the things you guys are cleaning house up there, so I'll talk to the creature to want to free? Question mark.
Question mark, question mark. Heel pet.
Escape.
You just get back paid.
Aww.
Could have went with freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom. I know that you're a large sea-dwelling organism, but freedom? No? Okay, hang on a second. I need to catch you up on a little bit of history.
Not trapped.
No, you've had your exchange. Unless you want to spend more of your action.
Well, as I said, there's not much I can do from down here now without risking
You
hitting
can poke your head above the water and dive back into your darkness sphere.
Yeah.
Guidance did hit the barrel thrower, and last time you could see the people hit with guidance underwater.
Seeing as I've played the whole darkness trick before, your darkness is centered on a particular area. It's not centered on an object or something like that. You can't move it around.
Yeah.
You can duck out of your darkness with your swim speed, which is insane. Poke your head above the water, a very kind of merrow-like, very mermaid-like, kind of poking your head above the water and then ducking back down again.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll do one of the barrel throwers that keep hitting Jordan, poor Al, that has like.
There's
not
only
great.
one barrel thrower. Yeah, go for it.
We'll do
Right,
another
10
second level chromatic orb. Am I counting as attacking out from hidden?
Not this time because you're not in the darkness when you fire. You'll have to break them.
Well, I might, because I cast the darkness on an item on my body, which is so darkness is going with me specifically.
He's starting the turn from.
It's just like this darkness orb comes up.
Actually, yeah, she's coming out of hidden, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
Thinking of my time with Merrick, I think that's.
Because you can dash out and then do something and then come back to hidden. You just have to
It says
hide
here,
again.
if the point you choose is on an object you're holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Darkness is more powerful in 5th than it was in 3.5.
Oh yeah, it's really powerful.
Sure.
Pretty useful.
This dark orb crests over the wave, dark dome, and yeah, go for it, fire.
Yeah.
With
True
advantage.
horror.
Just
in
see
there.
it going pew from it.
Yeah. Just this lightning bolt.
The true horrors in the ocean.
Yeah.
Anyone goes there, they die.
Okay. A 9 is not great. Plus 7. 16.
16 does hit, so roll for damage.
D&D again. Simple. 22.
22 points of damage. Only had 21 hit points left. So you, because remember you would have had advantage either way because it had Guiding Bolt thrown on it.
Yeah.
There's a sudden blast, and Alphonse, you see the barrel thrower just land on the crate that it was trying to pick up to throw next.
I'll teach you.
Yeah. You do notice that the crew, the crate has a South Meridian Trading Company written on it. This cargo isn't theirs. It's stuff they picked up from other ships.
Yeah. And I dive back into the water.
Okay. Yeah. Shadow sorcerers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
South Meridian Trading Company pickled herring.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
There were
one.
several barrels.
Yeah.
This one here, it would be. Yeah, go on. I'll go. No, pickled herring is in barrels. I'm going to say this is jerky.
Makes sense to be food. 'cause
Dry,
that's
dry
what
jerky.
would be-
Because even that wouldn't be in the. This is all stuff that would go to Jaspera, remember? So most of it is food.
food.
So that is you done, Sharon?
Ava. Yes. Oh, Starfuse is so cute.
All our chat is so cute.
Yes.
They're doing
They're
a good
doing
job
great.
I like
role
the fact that
playing.
Scumfuse has put in their last comment what their crime may have been and why they're on the sea now.
Yeah.
So Stormfuse, there's a place in Illyria called Scala, where in the benefactor Felicia's character is from, and it's run by dragons. The entire continent is run by dragons. I have a
Simon
feeling
gave me free reigns, and now my party has to suffer for it.
Yes.
if you have a look on Felicia's Tumblr site, which she'll link for you in a second, you'll actually see Frania the Black Dragon, which is her patron, and so there are others as well.
Patron and patron. He's my grandpa.
Oh yeah.
Great grandpa by us.
Grandpa many times removed, but grandpa nonetheless.
So, we have a feeling that Scorn might be. And by the way, your characters are all named after you. But basically, whatever your handle is in chat is your nickname. So Scorn is this little blue kobold that may have come from Scout.
Ooh.
It may have actually come from is it Saradin, the one that captured Smoke. So that's going around. And the edge of freight, you can see that it's beef jerky that's been delivered.
Yeah.
Lovely
Here we
big barrel
go.
of beef jerky, a big crate of beef jerky.
Tumblr.
So Ava, once you put that, you put it in.
Sekundas. I need to link to Dragon Daddy.
Dragon.
Granddad.
It's all about Dragon Ball.
We all know that. This is where I want to. No, that's not what I was thinking. Can I just do that? Yeah, I can probably just do that.
I'm going to finish
Okay,
off the
then.
player characters, and then we're going to have our bio break.
Oh, damn,
lovely.
yeah.
So,
Anyways, click off that thing now. Okay, my turn. Okay, I guess since I said I was gonna help, I will help.
Thank you.
Now, how far away from me is Al?
Standing next to you.
Around next to me. Okay, that's good. Because if that's the case, he will basically holster the crossbow, put an arm on your shoulder, and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Ooh.
And I roll for you. And it do I have to roll to if I cast it like a d20? A creature you touch regains a number of hit points. It doesn't say anything about making a spell attack to do it. Simon.
Is that so?
Cure Wounds, how does it work? Do I need to make a spell attack for it to take effect, or is it just...
Oh no, because I'm
No,
willing.
you just
I'm
roll it.
willing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
just roll
willing
it.
person, you
Thank
just
you.
go up and roll. Yeah. Sometimes somebody rejects the healing, at which point it becomes a spell attack, basically.
Okay, good to know, good to know. Well, that is at 2nd level. It is 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier. So that is 17 points of healing for Alphone.
Okay.
How is your hit points? Do you need more?
127, over half.
Oh, only over half. Well, let's.
It was
use
down to 10 out of 50.
fair. I
Like, you
guess.
hurt me a lot, which is... I was expecting.
Well, I can
Penalty.
still use my bonus action to cast Healing Word at 1st level, making me cast my spells.
You don't need to do that, because the big
Yes.
guy that did the damage is now dead.
It's fine. I'm fixing you up. I said I was gonna do that. So that's
I'm not
4
poisoned.
plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 7.
No, it's
So
not
it's
spell mod. It will be your spell proficient. It will be your just your spell mod, not spell attack.
Oh yeah, it's not the spell attack. It's the spell mod, which is charisma. No, not charisma. I'm wisdom based, so that's 4. That's 8 points of damage.
Damage!
Damage.
Damage!
Health.
What are you doing
spell.
to me?
Health.
Poison damage.
You suddenly smell like
thank you.
cinnamon and other spices.
Oh, nice.
Can this all just be food you're feeding me?
Yes, it's like you just smell a lot of food as you feel your health go up.
I want healing that smells of cookie dough, man. Come on, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Simon,
Um,
you're doing the thing again where you're turning into a golden boy.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I'm not changing any settings or anything. It seems to just be doing it.
And yes, Scormfuse is now our mascot.
Scorn, by the way, on the I put a link to the Illyria guide, which is the trying to find the thing to stop me going golden. But yes, the Illyria guide is only part written at the moment. But page 7, you have the Dragons of Scoura. Might be interesting to find out to choose which dragon you pissed off. Saying about that coin that you stole. Right, let's make me less.
I mean, I'll take golden boy
Yeah.
over like purple boy. So
Noted. Okay.
So
Strange.
choosy.
Strange preference thing to set a mark on.
Go
But
for that
fine.
one, really.
And then, how are we looking at on the how many enemies do we still have?
You're doing
Wrong.
pretty well. The Skags, for the most part, have taken down enough of the crew that they're going to yield. Soon we're going to get breaking point, where basically they're just overwhelmed by your numbers, boosted by the large amount of damage that feature Skags have done. So as I say, both the Skag HPs go down, but then the viewers add the damage on top of that every time they hit. So of course it starts to tip the balance. So you have one. You've got one club left.
Was the barrel thrower an officer?
Yes, he was. So yeah, the barrel thrower's dead. You've got one club hand and 3 spines.
How far away are they?
They are all within 60 foot of you, most of them 30 foot.
They're within 30 foot, the important guys.
Yeah, most of them. The only one that isn't is the club hand. The club hand is about 40 foot.
Okay. Well, the one that's 30 foot away of the officer thing is. I
Any of
want
the
to run
spiders?
up and stab him with my trident because I still have 1 action thanks to haste.
You can stab someone with your trident within 30 foot?
Well, I have a speed of 30. And I
Oh,
didn't
speed of
move to heal Alpha.
Oh, right. So you're going to jump from ship to ship and stab a bitch. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. Just do it. So, yeah, you can see that one of them is pretty scarred up. The other two are pretty much untouched. If you want, you can try for numbers and just stab the sickly-looking one.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you watch as your druid jumps from one ship to the other. At this point, it's within a 5-foot square. The strength is more than 5 because you can jump your strength score, by the way, without having to roll. As you jump in, you bring down the trident, which itself has a 10-foot reach. Roll for damage.
But yeah, she has a trident, which she has proficiency in because CL. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
Good.
I get to stab someone!
Felicia is so happy.
And your hawks haven't gone yet.
7 points of damage.
7 points. You did half of their remaining hit points.
And now my hawk attacks.
So you skewered this one, and who are your hawks attacking?
The first one will help.
Eagles.
Okay, first one will help you. So go for your first attack.
I'm just gonna switch to the giant eagles page for safety. You know.
We
Does a
could program the giant
16
eagle into
hit?
Nightboss. But then you wouldn't be able to roll your pretty dice.
No, I wanna roll my pretty die.
Of course.
Does 16 hit?
Holy shit! Hello,
yes, it
ma'am.
does.
How's the fighting well? Mine is going well here.
Polite gag. Great.
Officer just jumps over. Hey, guys.
Shit.
Simon, does 16 hit?
16, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, good. That
Go
was
for the
what I
bite.
was trying to double check. Yeah, and that's +3, so that is 8.
8 damage.
so confused.
So 8 damage. The first hawk comes in and just rips out. As you're skewering it with the trident, it kind of goes back like this, and the hawk at that point goes, "Oh look, an exposed neck," and just tears out the throat of the spiner in front of you.
Oh, it was saffron I was thinking of. Cinnamon and saffron is what a healing word smells like.
Does saffron have a smell? Yeah,
Yes.
it does actually, because it's a stamen. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's that. So.
Is he dead, or do I make
Oh, he's dead. It tore his fucking throat out. He's
Good,
dead.
good, good.
Yeah.
Does he still get his second
eagle.
attack?
Yeah, I was about to say because it can just keep moving, so it can basically just rip the throat out of one and then just slash with the claws
Thank
on
you so
a
much for the
second
bits,
one.
Mr. E-Hole.
So yeah, go for it. And it'll hit one of the other spinals, basically.
That is 24 to hit, so I'm gonna take that
yep.
as a yes.
Go for the damage.
Ah. Oh. +3. That's only 9 damage. 2d6 +3. That's sad. Oh well, I have another one.
Another throat to take. Collecting another point.
Good job. It's like cats. They're just gonna leave a load of throats on their doorstep.
Parts everywhere.
You're like, that's lovely, but
Yeah, but the thing is, I
Very
have
well.
these gigantic, like large size creature hawks. So they're pretty much bigger than all of us.
Hawk number 2, please. Go for it.
Okay, so that's a hit. That is 15 on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 9 damage because I rolled a 6.
Yep, this one's going the same way as the other one.
And then that's an 18 to hit. And then
Yep.
I roll 2 of them. And that is actually 12 damage. Well done.
They just rip into these things. Do you have to keep concentration on these guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
I keep concentration, but I have.
You needed to roll a thing when I hit you with the barrel.
We
Yeah,
forgot that.
yeah. Try to remember your concentration check.
Yeah.
Didn't I get hit by the barrel? Not.
She got hit by the barrel. You got hit by the roll of rope.
Yeah.
Change target.
Oh yeah. I took some damage. At least I have advantage on
Yeah,
that.
because if they damage you, there's a chance that both of the birdies go, which is why they do an insane amount of damage because they are a bit glass jawed.
No,
Right.
no dogs. No dogs, Scum. Only cats. We have ship cats, but we don't have any ship dogs.
No, we didn't have a cat.
We
Yeah,
have
ship
have-
cats are really common because they eat
yeah, but
rodents.
we don't have one yet.
And we
yeah,
don't
we're
have
going.
one.
Yeah.
Not that we know of, anyway.
I just assumed they were like random cats on the ship because that's normally what they had. But...
Kermit got scared by one before.
That's
Is that everything, Eva? Oh no,
let's see here.
extra
I
attack.
healed. I bonus healed. I stabbed the bitch.
Oh, the stabbing bitch was the hasted action.
Haste. And then I had 2 hawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
about
think
like
you're
it.
done. I think you're done.
Yeah,
Daldo. So you've got, you can see that 2 of the spiners just get ripped to shit by these giant creatures. There's 1 spiner left, the one that was previously firing at you, and has so far hit a wall and the corpse of the captain.
No, good day.
And you've got the last of the club hands that's attacking you now. You know at this point any regular set of officers would yield, but you can see that these mutated kind of freaks are just going nuts. They don't seem to know that they've lost.
And I will shout at them. Come on, you bastards, lie down. Then you know what you've done.
Give me an intimidation check.
Ooh, rolled a 19.
Well, intimidation should be something you're good at, but at the same time, I think that's charisma. So
No, because I took some charisma this time for that reason, and proficiency in intimidation. So I do get +4, so it's 23.
23. You watch as the club hand looks around and goes, and runs to the edge of the deck. Do a attack of opportunity.
do I get an attack of opportunity on
Natural
him?
20. Oh fuck! Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Roll double the dice and or roll the dice twice and
3
add your
plus
Hello,
3
Snipe!
plus 7 is only 13. They're all 2.
13 points of damage. Is still fucking good for something that was just a freebie.
Plus another 2, actually, because I am so raged. So,
Okay.
15.
So yeah, you bring him down to only 13 hit points as he dashes across through the deck. Danny, pick a viewer.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Hermit.
Okay, Hermit, you get you watch this. You suddenly surprised to find what the club hand dash past you on a break to try and jump into the water and swim away. I would like you to do me your regular dual attack, so that's Skag Attack and Hermit Acid, as an opportunity action.
I don't think
Wait,
I don't think Mr. Ehol knows. So Jordan, who is right here beside me, actually on the
Yep.
frames, is Steg in chat.
Yeah.
How you doing, Ian? How you doing?
Yep. Yes, he's a long-time viewer, but he's also a mate of ours. So
Yes.
a friend.
Not you to fight, on your feet, Skag. We've got work to do.
Okay, so 5 points of damage. You watch as Hermit spirals round, goes what the fuck, slashes with the cutlass, bringing him down to 8 points. It's not impossible. Oh shit! And then goes,
Oh, no.
goes to throw the acid, and the club hand just smashes the vial in Hermit's hand. Thankfully, it's only narrative damage, but you watch as Hermit's hand is all scarred up from the acid, and immediately just has to plunge his hand into
Oh, no,
into a
Snipe.
slip bucket.
God.
And with
Hermit.
that, the club hand jumps over the side.
Oh no, the poor acid. I mean, Fuse, you and Glory are gonna get along very well, even though you're probably never gonna meet Glory. But you know, you can see her on Fridays at 8
Yes,
p.m.
Join
Yeah.
us on
Friday
Fridays
nights,
because
8
I
p.m. to
love
11.
acid.
Plug. I love the plug.
Acid is so fun. My
So the
teammates don't agree.
No.
I have
Clubhand
melted
is
people.
now fleeing. He's off the ship and swimming.
Who is?
Last person
Hand.
that jumped in there died.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the water, is he?
Very true.
Yeah,
Easy
yeah,
picking.
and fleeing. So fleeing even away from where you are, to the point where you'll have to make a perception check to see him.
So that was-
The
Yeah.
last one there is the Spiner. So the Spiner, and just need to do a roll for the Spiner actually, because the Spiner is further away and on over half hit points. Yeah, over half hit points.
We left someone with that much hit points. That is
Still fails. So the Spiner is not engaged with anybody. Looks at the nearest side, which is the ship, and then kind of runs up past the wheel and dives off the back of the ship.
Oh wow.
With that, you can see the rest of their scouts look around, and there's no officers. And long story short,
Good guess.
they get obliterated. There was already a difference of 26 hit points between your crew and their crew. And now the officers are over and you guys would weigh in as well. It doesn't take long for you to either capture or murder your choice the remaining scouts on the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't unneedlessly kill them.
Okay. So you start to
at least
tie
not
up.
when they're awake. That would be rude.
You start to tie up these mutated skags. You notice that most of them are incapable of speech.
Oh.
Mostly
Oh,
talking.
what if only we had a way to read someone's mind?
Yep. Most of them are only able to communicate through guttural blobbings and.
I want to try.
But yes, you do have somebody with read thoughts. So we're going to take a bio break there, and when we come back on the other side, you guys are going to be, because I cut out a bunch of stuff. You guys are going to be rolling straight from weaving killers into the leads. That-
Yes, because this is supposed to be a 10-parter. We're already on part 3 on the 2-part.
In all fairness, I just took out a bunch of fluff. It really didn't matter. We will see you in 10 minutes.
We are doing what we do best. In other words, fuck up Simon's vision.
Yes. Okay. See you guys
We
in
have
10
extra
minutes. Be right back.
See you later.
And welcome back. And yes, apologies, Hermit, but that lamb was great. Oh my god. So yeah, when we left off, both the officers, the players, and the crew, the viewers, wasted the ship that has no name, but it started to be called the Interceptor due to its strange speed and the fact that it doesn't seem to need to use paddle or sail in order to move.
I don't think any amount of bits can do that.
Like 1 million bits. 10 million bits. That's
$1
million
than I
pounds.
thought I was, but backflips are out.
Yeah, 10 million bits.
Yeah.
And Simon will attempt it.
Yeah,
You get an
10
attempt.
million
That's
bits. And Simon will attempt it.
Simon will break his goddamn neck. I'm built like a dwarf. We don't do backflips.
Well, if you do that, if we get 10 million bits, we can then buy a house.
True.
With the
that
trampoline.
Buy a house big enough for me to move over.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, anyway, so never mind.
Anyway.
So you guys have just taken out the crew of the Interceptor, and as the fight went on, Shirin, who is played by Corinne, started speaking to the ship, and the ship was saying pain, death, pain, kill.
Once the battle is over, I would also like to dive down and actually talk to the beast.
Yeah, I will reduce.
I can communicate better with them.
I will take away. Once I realize the battle's over, I will, the darkness will disappear because I don't need it anymore.
Alphonse will head over to the other side, to the other ship then as well.
Cool. I mean, you're grappled against it anyway, so you guys.
So we'll just go head
until you
over.
cut the grapples. You're both
Yeah,
in the
we're
same place.
basically raiding it, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
So, are you going to go into the water, Felicia?
yeah, why not?
Yep. Okay. You dive into the water and you notice that the front of the ship is just a ship, but then it does seem to have these two giant, closest that I guess that you would call it is turtle flippers,
Yeah.
coming out at the front with a smaller set at the back. Wherever this creature's head is, it's inside the ship, and it looks like the ship was broken and rebuilt around the creature. Looking at the flippers now, it doesn't look like any turtle you've ever seen, and it seems to be partially mutated itself. Certainly would come under monstrosity as a keyword.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. What have they done to you?
I don't know. They seem to fused it with the ship somehow.
You can
I
see
send-
cruel metal braces hold it in place, and the difference between this and a turtle would have an underplate
Yeah.
to its shell. This one doesn't. It seems to have like a callous and twisted underbody that is soft, I guess, but incredibly calloused and leathery. But you can see that where the metal is holding it into the ship, it is there's places where it's chafed and cut and bled, and then kind of scabbed up as well. But you can tell that some of the cuts are probably quite infected as well. So elsewhere on the ship, the Skags start rifling through the ship's effects. Everybody in chat, type in ! Loot.
I'm gonna send a message to Alphonse and Dalgon to please check out the hole or the hold if they can find. Also, if they can find where the rest of this creature is inside the ship.
Oh,
We're
okay.
definitely having-
So good.
That's why I went over. We're going to be having a look anyway.
Have you seen what they've got?
Yeah, some good loot
so
coming
Hermit just found a masterpiece worth 300 gold pieces, which at your level is fucking good.
Yeah.
Fortune.
And,
That's 1 diamond's worth.
yeah, and Scornfuse has managed to find some saucy letters. So
You're fascinated and waste your time reading the whole score.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
right, roll again.
Yeah,
Cora
just
has
roll-
done that before.
Yeah.
Defrate, you were within 5 seconds of Scornfuse, so roll again, Defrate. There we go. Oh, okay.
And a
So
dog in a
Defrate
cage.
finds a little dog in a cage, a little scrawny
Ooh.
dog, and so
Find the
Defrate.
puppy.
You have a where's Defrate's?
Yeah, you can loot Snipe. You can loot, just exclamation mark loot.
Snipe. Yeah, Snipe. You
Exclamation mark
loot as
loot.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone should
We
be
will
looting.
need to know, Snipe, what race your skag is. Your class is skag, but what race your skag is would be useful. So yeah, from now on, if you choose to Defrate, you have a little scruffy dog as your pet.
With plot armor. Little
With
dog
plot
want
armor.
bagel?
Dog.
Yes, he want bagel.
Yeah, the dog will quite happily have some bagel.
And Defrate, you obviously get to name the dog.
Oh yes, you get to name it.
You get 10 gold pieces.
And yeah, and Snipe finds some gold pieces as well. Please note that down. That you've got it. The obviously the masterpiece will be put into the hold, but technically speaking, Hermit, you could use that as leverage at some point.
They
when
got
money
a
becomes
dog. Yeah, that's really lucky.
Players, what have you got?
How much is a dog?
Danny and Jordan,
Dog
you've been
called
asked to
Bagel.
go
I
inside the
approve
hold.
of this, Defrate.
Yeah,
You
so
will
after-
get extra bagels for having a dog named Bagels.
Yeah,
Okay?
the emotional
That's good
blackmail
news,
potential with that dog is great.
that is a pretty good name for a dog.
yeah.
Holy bagels! So yeah, I'm going to ironically think of a calm beach and come out of my rage.
Oh yeah, right.
Think of a beach, hear the sea. I'll come out of my rage, and then I was going to anyway. So what does the interceptor look like? Is there a captain's cabin? Is there a hatch going down into the hull?
Yeah, so this interceptor is a fast ship like your brigantine. It isn't a brigantine; it's a similar sized vessel, and yeah, it's got a captain's quarters that no one's gone into yet because the Skags know better. And normally your captain will go into the captain's quarters too.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you go in down into what would be the crew quarters, which will normally be part of the crew quarters will have their the officers' quarters, which will be small rooms, or there'll be like you have like a communal bunkhouse at the back of the ship, and then the rest of the Skags will just be put their hammocks up in amongst the regular cargo, yeah, which will be amongst the food, amongst extra sails and rope and all sorts of shit, and then they would have the quartermaster's cabin, which is normally a little cabin that then goes off into the vault. So you literally have to go through the quartermaster to get to the vault, and that's what you usually see. When you go inside this ship, you can see, first of all, that there aren't any bunks anymore. There's no, you expect to see hammocks and things like that. What there is instead is this strange kind of slime that's been pasted everywhere on the walls, almost like webbing. And they seem to have little hollows in there where some of these creatures quite clearly have just been sleeping. It has a certain smell to this slime that you got from the breath of some of the ones that you fought, and you have a feeling that they kind of sap it up. This is the first floor down. You can see that where the brig is, and their brig, you've got rooms that can be either guest quarters or brig. They can be used for either. These have just got a cage, and inside the cage are 5 incredibly scared-looking sailors who, throughout all the furore above, seem to have shouted themselves hoarse. And as you step down the stairs, one of them steps forward and goes, "South Meridian Trading Company!"
I think I found your jerky. Come on. And I'll
The
take my
gods
hammer.
with the jerky! Can you get us out of here?
Is there a padlock?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you? Who else is here? Alphonse, are you with me?
I'm still going to be at the top because I'm going to be looking around amongst
Okay.
the crew at the top.
So
of the
I
room.
don't see any reason why I wouldn't. I will just take my hammer and break open the lock.
Snipe!
You have got you've got more than enough strength to just bash this fucking thing off, and you've got the tool to do it. That's what they're
exactly.
lacking. They're lacking anything that they can get, and they can't get a decent swing because it's the other side of the thing. And yeah, you just smash the padlock off, and all 6 sailors come out. So these aren't skags; these are sailors. These are career sailors. Quite, tall, swarthy people. They're all a bit hench.
I'm able to highlight.
You can see that half-elf sailor has got a broken leg, and he's being held up by a half-orc female who goes, "His leg's going to need to be seen to, mate."
We've got people. You,
Good stuff.
and I'll go under. I'll go under.
broadside,
as well.
yeah?
Help him. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll help him.
That's
up
okay,
first.
mate. I've got him. You carry on looking around here.
Okay.
And she helps him up onto deck. And Alphonse, you see 6 sailors come up, and immediately the first one that comes through goes, "South Meridian Trading Company, we're not with the others." And you look at the fucking mutants and look at them and go, "No shit."
Alphonse will ask them if there's any injured.
Yeah. Bradley over here. He's they smashed his leg.
Right.
Alphonse will cast healing wounds on him. Cure
yeah,
wounds.
Word.
And
Your
you
wounds.
hold the leg, and the leg has a nasty kind of reverse snapping sound as the bone resets. The guy cries out and goes, "Ah, that's good."
You might need that leg soon. We haven't checked out the rest of the ship yet. And we point them towards our ship as well.
And they quite happily that some of the skags, now that they've tied up the opposing skags, they help these guys over, and you can see that the Meridians take a look at you, and immediately you can see that they're taking stock. They're like, "Who the fuck are we getting?"
Yeah.
They realise they're with the
Oh,
Forsaken,
no.
and there's a sheepish look on all of their faces, apart from the half. She looks at you all and goes, "All right," and just sits down on the deck. And she even turns around to one of the skags and says, "Don't suppose I could trouble you for some rum?"
We have
And,
a bunch of them.
So, and one of the skags might give us some rum. And they're not sitting like prisoners, although 5 of them look like look as guilty as if they've been captured. But as I say, the half-orc woman is taking no shit. She's sat up, her shoulders back, and
It's a good
she's
thing that the
pretty
Sauce the
buff as well.
Lesbian is under the
Yep.
boat currently.
She'll help them later, I'm sure.
What
See,
do I know
I
about
try to put
South
strong
Meridian?
women into this, and all that happens is that the
Felicia drools
the
over
feature
that.
disaster lesbian of the game just goes,
I can't help it.
So, I want to highlight Hermit's here's a moan from what offers his wend, as in when you reset and asking what the fuck is going on in there, which is I find yep. And and the freight is playing fetch
Great.
The dog, yeah.
with a severed arm.
What do I know
Uh,
about the South Meridian Trading Company?
Scorpius,
fairly-
it's very frowned upon on eating other humanoids. You can tell your other green cobbled friend that it's frowned upon.
So the South Meridian Trading Company, a very successful sea-based trading company. Meridia is landlocked kind of either side, but top and bottom they're not. So they have a coastline north and south. The south coastline goes to South Vardencore, goes to the Summer Isles. It goes to Sylvania with all of the High Elves and the Wood Elves that come from there. So there's a mixture of people they can go to that have a lot of different types. They can actually go follow the coast along to the Celtlands as well. So there's a number of different countries with different imports and exports that they can kind of figure out, well, if I go here, pick this up. If I go here, pick this up. And so they tend to do
triangular
circular
trading routes.
they've become so affluent that they've even broken out of that kind of circuitous route, and they've gone down south to Jinya, which is kind of Bahamut country down there. So you find all your lawful good stupid people down there, very paladin-y. Think samurai as well, kind of samurai culture, very honor code based. Jaspera, which is why these guys were coming here, and they'll go off to the side.
We know they do trade with Jaspera.
Not as many as the others. I mean, they mostly control the kind of south coast, other than the Seven Sails, of course, which also controls that area. But they've had a pretty good standing with the Seven Sails. They know not to shake any branches. And also, Meridia has very strict laws against any form of slavery or indentured servitude. So the Shacklemen don't want to tangle with them either. They're even the children of Orm are able to land there because they treat orcs pretty damn fairly. They do have some orcish mountain tribes that are still worshipping Grumsh that they get that they have to deal with, but the children of Orm fucking hate the Grumsh orcs, so they're fine with that shit. And so for the most part, Meridia and the South Meridia Trading Company are fucking cool with you. They're still scared of you because out of the lot, the Forsaken are the one set of the Seven Sails that will still commit crimes on Meridia soil in the name of vengeance, because that's all you guys care about. But it's clear that you're not there for them, so they're chilling. They're fine.
Scornfuse, I wouldn't recommend eating these guys because I think they might be filled with like weird gene-altering DNA. So
this is GM food. You want to be careful.
Besides, if you wait a little bit, there will be bagels and croissants.
Definitely worth waiting.
Yeah.
See, I was afraid of my bosun in the fucking Sea Scouts. This bosun here is like, you're not going to get any croissants. I was just...
He's had it. But it works.
Next time I'm going to go to one of my metallic friends and say, right, why don't you be the fucking bosun?
Well,
positive reinforcement works a lot better than a negative one.
Yes, I know.
And besides, they do know that I help make their food, and I can just as well kill them as.
Well, that's the thing. Cookie does the food, you do the dessert. So you rule with instead of an iron fist, it's a
fluffy
iron ladle.
Yeah.
Fondant fist. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, the throws the body part overboard. Bagel, please.
I mean, yes.
Exactly, just like a cat.
I did a thing. Bagel now.
Anyway, back down inside the hole, Danny. There is a lower depth, and you have a feeling that's what Shirin and Eva were talking about.
I'm going down.
Okay. When you go down to here, you immediately hit with a sight that enrages you and saddens you.
No.
You can see that the creature that takes up most of the bottom floor of this ship, covered in bilge, has no shell, and you don't think this was a turtle. It's more that this mutation has elements of turtle that were just added to it. You see a lot of the kind of strange green-grey flesh that most of the officers were made of, and this creature is just a mixture of things. You have a feeling it was probably grown from some sort of egg or something.
Okay.
Simon.
But it just
Found in the sewer.
On gut, you'd think this is grown from scratch. That's just from looking at it straight away, without even any nature checks or anything like that. The thing that enrages you the most is that its back, right along its spine, around about 5 foot either side of its spine, has been opened up into a continuously open wound. There seems to be strange tendrils that are just grafted. You can see there's like stitch marks grafted into its spine that seem to lead up into, in the same way that if you've ever worked with IT or ever seen a server room, all of these kind of synapses are pulled together into a single braid that's tied off every so often, and this central braid is going across the ceiling of this and going up to where is just underneath the captain's quarters. The creature,
I will take a look at this with my...
The creature's quite clearly in pain.
Okay. With my intelligence of 7, I will I know that I know nothing, and go and get some more, active minds to come and have a look at this.
Yeah. I mean, most of this is based on your gut. It's not intelligence. You haven't just done a biology check. You've just looked at this and gone, "This ain't fucking natural."
Yeah. So my first instinct would be to instantly sever the connection, but I'm going to have a look what's upstairs first. I want to get the captain in on this.
Are you taking Hermit's mutilated finger bones, Defray?
Okay.
I'm going to go upstairs to see what's happening.
Yep, you go up to...
try and get the captain.
Simon,
yep.
As that is happening, is it possible for me to see if I can find a way inside from the outside where perhaps the fins stick out, any gaps or such?
It's digging into the flesh. So it's a seal all the way around.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not submerged. That bottom floor that I was in, it's not submerged.
Not submerged at all. There's some bilge, but other than that, it looks like they've almost made the deck of the ship press into the flesh and make a seal.
So it's just the flippers, basically.
If that's the case, then I will go back up and try and start heading inside as well.
I will get up as well because I have an idea. I'm wondering if with the Skagsawold, if we're able to somehow push out and bend the metal enough so we can free it, but I'm not sure with the big wound what we can actually do.
Well, we haven't seen the big wound yet.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
No, we haven't. No, though I'm keeping in contact with you guys with message.
If you come up onto deck, then we can.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I am using the message cantrip a lot, being like status report.
Yeah, but
you
the
guys,
message
you can reply to this
cantrip is
message.
if you see them, you have to be able to see them.
Simon.
Not if I know them.
Simon, can you check the Pirate Game Discord for me?
Yes.
Just real quick.
Yep.
You can cast a spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Danny, when you get back, I should say Dalgal. Dalgal, when you get back onto the top deck, you notice that Alphonse has picked up the 2 pistols belonging to the captain. Looking at them, they look a bit strange, Alphonse. I mean, you know a lot about black powder weapons, and these are weird. So you pocket those. And you watch as exploding out of the water, transforming in midair and then landing superhero style on the deck. Shirin was staying in the water. So instead, all it is that just suddenly you just see the sea elf just out of the water and land.
Oh no,
on the
I was
deck.
Going up as well. If there
you're going as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And Shirin does it as well, and you watch as midair her tail mutates back into a pair of feet, and both of them land onto the deck.
It's absolutely sealed in. It looks in pain from the way it digs in. How are things up here?
And I'll describe everything that I've seen.
Yeah.
And is the captain on? Is the captain?
Yeah,
is
this is the captain's
on the-
decision. Anything that it
Captain
says.
Horn, she steps over onto this ship and goes, "You're all under my graces now. The second any of you moves, breathes, that's it." She stares each of them down.
To attention, Skags.
You can see that these mutants just kind of away from her gaze, and she just stands broad and tall. You know, this broad-shouldered woman, and she grabs one of them, holds it up in the air, and fucking wrings its neck like a chicken, and throws it overboard.
Want me to extract some
I
information?
don't know what y'all are, but y'all meat for the sharks, if I say so. We'll be speaking to you soon. You over there? Side these out. And she points to Hermit. And basically,
Hermit
you,
needs a bit of healing. Like the acid on his hand is kind of like, and also you
Oh
got
yeah,
Yeah.
but somebody would have bound it and stuff like that. It was mostly just theme. And yeah, Hermit, you're given the task of shipping over the Skags to be interrogated over to the way back. Captain Horn walks up to you and goes, "What you have found?"
Haven't
Captain-
been down there yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I described the outside, the way it looked underneath, and what Shirin, I guess you continue with what you found when you
Yes.
Seems to make sense.
communicated
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. It's and the wound thing with the braid. We need to see that and see what that is.
It goes up through the roof into the captain's cabin. That's why I thought you should have a look.
The second you say that, she just carries on walking. Oh, well, she stopped to listen to you, obviously, but she continues walking towards the captain's thing. She outstretches her hand, and the doors to the captain's quarters explode.
Cool.
Just bits of fucking timber just scatter over the deck, and she walks straight in.
It's a loud boom.
You do
that
hear,
can
one,
be
you
heard
do hear
through-
one of the Skags go, "I think it was unlocked." And she looks back with a glare, and he goes, "Sorry, Captain."
That's your
Don't
captain.
diss the captain. She badass.
Our crew is definitely like that.
Yeah. Yes.
She says, "Officers."
Yes.
Coming.
Here.
Come over.
Coming.
Over. Coming.
And you can see that the captain's quarters long ago would have had a number of different items. You can see that they haven't ripped out all of it. The captain's bunk is still basically shaped into the wall, as are a couple of cabinets that's by the side. You can see that those have been in use. There's a table off to one side that is nailed into the floor. It has to be. But you see that all the chairs are missing. And there's a few bits and pieces still on the table. Again, some of them have been nailed to the table. But you have a feeling this wasn't used all that much. In the middle of the room, where normally would be the captain's desk and a few other bits and pieces, because the captain's quarters is kind of their office, their workplace. There'd be like a navigation desk that they'd have for themselves as well. All that's been ripped away. And in the middle is a large fleshy mass that seems to be somewhere along the lines of a throne of sorts. It's a pulsing bit of flesh that comes out of the floor. You can see that, Dalville, that there's the same kind of strange milky blue-white synapses going up into the throne, and you can see that there is a kind of like an outstretched hand where the head would be, and you can see that the synapses are kind of divided up to there, and on each of the fingertips of this thing, where there's more than 5, there seems to be like this strange little pad of blue gel, and it's just there where the head would normally be.
just inviting someone to sit on that throne.
No.
Those tentacles, the cords, go right down into the creature's back. It's not happy. It's not happy at all. Do we want to control it or just break it? Break this whole whatever.
I think the more humane way would be to let it go easily, not kill it by ripping its brain out like this, because that's what I think it is. They're controlling how it moves through it. It has to be.
Well, I did notice something when we was fighting the others, whenever I used my spells, particularly my guiding bolt. The mutations seem to die down when I used my spells. They didn't seem to change much with the other magic. So before we start pulling things and hitting things...
We will not be hurting it that way. Especially not if it's a creature.
No.
Captain Horn walks up and grabs hold of the array with a hand and goes, "So at times like this, I wish I had a Kalashtar on my crew."
Oh.
I can try.
And she turns and says, "You're not a psychic.
No, but I can read minds.
If you're willing to try."
Yes. So I will cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Are you gonna sit on the throne?
Are you going to do it from the throne, or are you just going to use it on the creature?
I'll do it on the throne.
Okay. Are you going to sit in the throne and put the synapses on your head?
Oof. I will start without putting the synapses on my head. I will begin without that.
So as you do detect thoughts on the apparatus, you get an immediate sense, because there's no surface thoughts, it's an apparatus, but it's psionic. You do that and you can tell that this is a form of, like a control station. A powerful psionic, once they had spent some time in this chair, wouldn't even need to sit in the chair to command the creature. They would already be attuned to it. But then if the creature started fighting back, sitting in the chair would give them the upper hand and cow the creature again. So this was used as equal parts punishment, domination, attunement to the creature in the first place. In order to be able to command it. You have a feeling that the captain, whilst they were up at the wheel, would have been able to have just sent a thought out to the creature, and seeing as the creature had already been conditioned by the throne, just would have worked. So the captain was probably a low-level psionic.
Yeah. Thinking that I can probably communicate with the creature a bit more, I will put the synapses on and see.
Okay. You sit down in the chair, put this wet, let's say blue-green apparatus
If I become a illithid, please kill me.
on your head, and
my
immediately you feel another presence in your mindscape. Large creature. The creature is not high intelligence at all, doesn't have much in the way of language skills, and the creature reiterates, "Pain, kill."
Escape?
Escape pain.
Escape pain.
No?
No?
No. Escape.
If jailer, not jailer. What word? What's a simple word? Captor. Dead. Want to free.
No free. Pain is me.
How long here?
Always.
Always. What are you?
That's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. What?
that's-
Yeah.
The creature comes back just with. I am I. You have a feeling that the two eyes were different,
Yeah.
but it clearly has a word for itself, but it can't translate with
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, that's fine. What are I?
Very psychological question. Like,
That's quite a good answer there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am I. Yes.
I meant like species-wise, what are you? But yes.
I don't think he knows that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Which page
think
of
a
the Monster Man
goldfish
are you
knows a-
on?
Yes. Page number and reference, please.
The encyclopedia
Page 1,
demands
4,
to
10,
know more.
Asking the right question.
I just say to you guys, it's in incredible pain and wants it to end. It wants to die.
Well,
So if we
It has
Smash the
lived its
throne.
entire life here.
I don't think it
The
can
throne isn't its
survive
brain,
once we
right?
break the ship off it. It
No.
doesn't have a shell. It's been twisted beyond what it could have been.
The
I turned to
you can
Killy.
see that Captain Horn says, "I want to see downstairs. I want to look at
Same.
it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
I'll take it down.
Come with me.
Yeah.
Sharon, keep it company."
Okay.
You can
Before
see that
we go,
she is enraged, but also speaking kindly because she's talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will stay in the throne and try to soothe it as best I can. So here to help. Will end pain.
that's what I was going to ask. If it wanted the pain to stop. So I don't think we actually asked if it wants the pain to stop.
Oh yeah,
mean-
you kind of get that. Yeah.
It says pain, but does that mean it's in pain? Does it understand that it cannot be in pain?
Yeah.
That's what
That
I'm
is a good
getting at.
question.
Like, it's feeling pain, but does it know? Because he said we get the idea that it's always been like this, but the concept of
And
it not being
it has said pain is me.
Hmm, that's
But
fine.
yeah, I mean you can give Shirin more more things at the moment, but I'm going to give you some rolls when you go down to see the creature.
Because now we have some other people going down.
Yeah. Want pain to end? Question mark.
Okay.
So when you get down there, you can see the same really heart-wrenching sight. No animal should ever be treated like this. And yeah, the back, the spine has been opened up, almost like popping the hood of a car, and these milky blue synapses have been clearly grafted into its spine. You start taking a look at it. There's bilge water around your feet. You can see that there's some sort of strange bulbous head at the other end of the ship. You come in from the back. So you can see right at the tip, this creature's head is inside the ship. Chances are it's rarely or if ever seen the sun. The creature at this point is still. It seems to have got the idea that it doesn't need to swim anymore. So it's not moving much at all. I would like anybody who'd like to make them can make either, in order of preference, medical checks or nature checks And then last I will allow, but it doesn't give you too much perception checks.
I shall do medicine because my nature is not as good.
And I'll do the nature one. 'Cause it's better than my medicine.
Then I will do perception.
I'm
and if it
chilling
helps,
with it.
I'm looking for how it,
Yeah, you're not there.
Yeah.
how it was eating and drinking.
Okay.
Quite good actually. I rolled 17. I have a +4 on perception, so
Nice.
21.
Actually, do the perception first. You're specifically looking at how it eats.
Yeah.
You can see that a mixture of fish and most of it really rotten smelling would just be put at the bottom at the front of the ship and just
Right,
shoveled into its mouth.
Okay.
It has you'd kind of expect it to have a beak like a turtle, but this creature, you can see the growths and the mutations on the one side of the head. Means that the eye is permanently shut, the other eye is open. It has like a soft, mushy mouth that you have a feeling it probably just would have sucked in this kind of almost half-rotting matter to keep it alive. And as you go up to it, it seems to look in your direction. Presumably there's a source of light. No, you're a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf, so probably not.
Yeah, so you go up there, but you can see in your kind of dwarven infravision that the one good eye does kind of look lazily in your direction, but not with any form of expression. It just
Okay.
tracks you in the darkness.
Okay.
So Felicia, what did you get for the medicine?
I got a 21 on the medicine.
This creature was operated on
Yeah.
by someone of not insignificant skill. Even with the application of magic, biomancy, some of the surgical techniques in this were impeccable. And bear in mind, this isn't something you use a scalpel on. You'd probably have to have used some sort of glaive to open this back up that cuts straight. It's missed all the particular parts. This was, if not a doctor, but surgically trained. The other thing that you notice as well on the 21 is that this creature grew incredibly fast, hence the kind of really bulbous nature of it all, the fact that the shell didn't form. You would say that this probably has equal parts turtle, whale, and something you can't identify. Yeah. It's pretty nasty. Jordan, your nature check.
14.
With a 14, you can tell that the missing element in this was some sort of lizard, but you don't know which one.
Oh.
Something that just allowed it, maybe some
It's
sort
very
of
fast.
amphibious lizard, but it allowed for a slightly tougher skin. It also allowed it for to have a certain amount of regeneration factor, which is how they got the hull of the ship to dig into its flesh, and then for it to heal up around it.
Yeah, see how they've done it. It's not like a clamp.
We're not
built
getting
around
this
it.
out.
No.
Not delicately,
Aware.
anyway. Not the ship off the turtle.
Simon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make the tough decision of thinking through what type of concoction I could possibly make to basically give it a quick and not painful death.
This is something that I'm not even going to get you to roll for because this is supposed to be, obviously, this is the scene where you guys feel the rage of the Forsaken. But it's supposed to be a game that you enjoy. We're not going to go too far into this. You know of a number of basically sweet sleep concoctions that if you were to put it straight into the spinal cord, it would fall asleep and never wake up again.
I will tell the captain how long it would take for me to prepare it, and then I will head back to our ship to do just that.
Her jaw is clenched, but a tear rolls down her cheek as she goes, Get started. starting now. And you can see there's just tears rolling down her cheeks. She's not blubbing as such. There's tears of rage. Tears of rage. You can see her jaw's fucking. You can see every muscle in her fucking jaw. She's gripping onto her belt. Her right hand is gripping onto her belt, and fucking knuckles and all the rest of it. You can see, that she's almost kind of break the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And she's got the other hand on the pommel of her sword, just resting on there, which is normally the kind of jaunty nautical stance. She's again white knuckle gripping onto her sword as if she fucking wants to use it on something right now.
I'm trying my best to keep the thing company by just like talking to it, like. But I mean, it's in so much pain even now, even when it's not being like.
You get that it's always known pain. And you know that you can it still obviously wants it to end, but you are able to distract it a certain amount with conversation.
Yeah.
Part of the way through the conversation, because it kind of gets that you're kind of trying to be a friend, it does say, soon.
Yes, soon.
Good. It takes a couple of hours for Felicia to whip this up together. You know, it doesn't have to be elegant. You don't have to make it odorless or tasteless or anything like that. You just need it strong and now. You take it down into the belly of the ship. And
I thought its head was underwater rather than, or can it move between?
Its head was in the ship.
Yeah.
It wasn't underwater.
Yeah.
I start preparing the ship to be scuttled.
Okay. And the crew loot everything else they can get off it. Mostly it's stuff from the South Meridian Trading Company. At which point the half orc turns around and says, I was the quartermaster on the last ship. Consider this payment for your for our passage. And she goes up to your quartermaster and signs off a docket, making it all legal and good. Not that you guys need it, but it's always nice to have it.
Yeah.
For once, this loot is ours.
Next port you go to, this is a rescue vessel. I'll sign off on all of that. You could sell it in the next port under my signature and stuff.
Yeah. I think this ship. Oh, I'm not there, but the ship is probably gonna sink once the creature. Well, no, because it's still
no, because the
It's
ship
floating at the moment.
is floating.
Yeah, the ship is floating, and the creature's not gonna be released. It's just gonna die there.
Yeah, it's just gonna die and stay there.
Yeah. Which is why Danny's ready. Dalgle's ready to scuttle it so that he can give it the burial that it deserves.
Yeah.
You can see that that Dalgle is finding a few choice points to beat the shit out of with his hammer before walking up the stairs, and it just because you're not having to worry about plating because you're below the waterline, Danny, you can just go, yep, that one there, that one there, that one there, and you just trash the fucking thing and then just walk out.
You're muted, Danny.
Yeah, also I can breathe underwater, so I can actually do this and just keep on working.
Cool. A couple of hours later, Captain Horn wants to be there for it, and she is there with a thin stiletto dagger. The blade, even at its widest, no thinner than this, and she goes,
Alphonse will be there and ask if he can take the dagger. If he can be the one to do it.
She looks at you as if to and looks at the dagger as if to say, "Should I be the one to do this?" And then she remembers something about you and then goes and hands you the dagger.
Mm-hmm. So Alphonse will hold the dagger, and he will regrettably say, "This one I could not save," and then dagger down.
Okay. You open up the spinal cord, and Eva pours in the sweet sleep. the creature flinches. It hurts. You opened up its spinal cord.
Yeah.
But the second the sweet sleep hits, you know that it's a local anesthetic for Alicia, and it feels nothing else after that. The shock through its system, you feel this, and the creature almost deflates slightly,
And I assume I just feel it go away.
and you just feel the mind slip away. It's no longer occupying your mind space, and you lift off the apparatus. She kind of, Captain Horn puts her hand on the creature and kind of is listening and feeling for any signs of the creature still being alive. She wants to make sure the job is done. At which point she goes, turns to Delg and says, "Break it now." And she just walks upstairs without looking back. So yeah, Dalgal starts fucking up this ship from the inside. And Shirin, you watch Captain Horn walk into the room that you're in, and she goes, yard to that thing. Get back on our ship, this one's sinking.
Yep.
Pulls out the stiletto dagger that she took back off Alphonse, cuts through the apparatus so that she takes the bit that goes on the head,
Yeah.
cuts through it, holds it up, and as she looks at it, it freezes. Just, and she goes, for our investigation. Let's go.
Of course.
And she walks up to the ship, and you can see with a mighty bound, she launches herself over both of the scuppers and onto the ship, landing really heavy. She's a big girl. And walks straight up to one of the skags, picks it up by the neck, and you think she's going to do another chicken snap on it, holds it up, and she goes, it turns around to you, Shirin, and says, I want y'all to go through every one of their minds.
Yes. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to gain the 2nd level spell slot stat, so I can do that.
You won't need to, because you've got some traveling to do.
Yeah.
Plus armor.
She also picks out a book. You didn't even see her take it. She picks out a book and she goes, this is in the captain's quarters.
Can you read it?
I got some translating to do. And she kind of scowls at the fucking skags. In a way, she kind of knows that these are probably victims as well, but just everything they represent. And they're just tied up against the scuppers on the opposite side to the other ship. You watch as the other ship lurches and the skags start pulling the grapples off and jumping across onto the way back. Once the way back is completely free, you can see by the time the last grapple goes off, there's about half a meter's difference, and the ship is starting to go down. And the last person to come up is Dalgal.
Actually, may I do a cinematic thing there at the end?
Absolutely.
Ava will also stay on that boat, basically praying to her goddess, Melora, to grant the creature a good afterlife and all of that jazz while the ship goes down, because she can breathe underwater. That's not fine. That's fine. She'll come up after it, but she wants to see it buried.
I mean, to be fair, a ship of this size, as long as you're on deck, basically the ship will sink underneath you and you'll just be treading water. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But yes, you can absolutely do that.
Alphonse believes in the same goddess, so he'll also be praying in the same way.
Yeah. Nice. You guys joining in prayer together.
Yes.
The whole ceremony.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You don't see Captain Horn for about 3 days after that. Most of the commands are given by you guys, the officers, and
The bosun.
you do go into Captain Horn. She gives you a heading to go to, and it's only when you come in. I think it's about the 4th or 5th time, which is about it's just the start of day 2.
I will ask her if she needs help translating, as I know quite a few languages.
She doesn't seem to have a problem translating. You have a feeling that she knows command language.
It's time alone.
There.
The way that she she's as she's reading it, the one hand is kind of held up holding the spell. She's an Eldritch player, so I did have a class for her. And as she looks down, she goes,
Corinne has been trying to figure it out the entire time.
"Not all of my NPCs have an actual class, and that's deliberately because I want them to do whatever it is, because I don't want the whole thing where Corinne goes, how is it that an Eldritch Knight can cast because they're an NPC? NPCs do what the hell I tell them to.
I haven't said anything.
I know, but sometimes you say it out of interest. Yeah. The girl who knew too much. But yeah, you can see she's doing comprehend languages as she's reading through. And she says, no, thank you.
Aww.
And you can see she's being more warm to you now. And
Work
she
is
says,
cuddling up with his dog.
it was, we did good.
Good night, Frey.
Saved some lives and we stopped some pain.
Yes.
But, and you see, as she stops reading for a second and she vaults at this, she goes, this is a Rosali notebook. Those fuckers did this.
Rosali what?
No.
Rosali. Shattered soul.
They are despairing, aren't they?
I just bear and try.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and do some raiding.
Yeah.
I need more information. And you're gonna help me get it.
Yeah.
Captain.
Of course, Captain.
And with that, you set course for Jaspera to find out more about this travesty. This creature may be dead now. Its pain may be ended. But the price of vengeance still needs to be paid.
Oh, yeah.
And you're the one to collect. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay!
Good place to
Oh,
start.
Thank you all for watching
Yes.
That was quite emotional.
Yes.
and joining in the role playing.
Yes, there was
Chat
so
has
much
been great
replaying in
today.
chat. We
Brilliant.
can't reply to everything, but
Yeah,
it's
I
amazing.
can't respond to everything because I've got to be telling the story as I'm doing it, but I've got some fucking joy coming out of my peripheral vision on the
Right.
side here, watching all the shit going on in the chat, knowing that the ship and all the rest of it's going on. You were telling the story as well, and this is the thing is, I'll kind of end on this. We were talking about streaming the other day. I was talking to Kate Madison, who many of you know. She's Cora on Friday, and she's in Encounter Roleplay and has her own channel and all that jazz. And we were talking about streaming as a whole, and business models and things like that. We are not a business, yeah. This is a gaming club, yeah, and you're part of it now. As the viewers, you're part of it too. I was saying that a role-playing club on Twitch is an insane business model because it's hard enough trying to get hold of a bit of money. And actually, Kate said online on her channel the other day.
Thank you so much for the. Oh no, that's you.
Thank you,
Something.
That's Jordan.
That's Jordan.
Trying to get enough money just as a single streamer to make ends meet, unless you're one of the top streamers with incredible hype and like 2,000 plus viewers, is very difficult. Kate gets a few payouts every now and again. She got 2 in 1 month recently that she said on her channel the other day, which certainly helps her with the lockdown and the fact that people aren't going to cinema theaters and stuff at the moment because of course she's an actress. And so a single streamer can just about get a little bit of an income from this. Now bear in mind, of the content creators, there's 9 of us. That's all the feature players, of which Danny is now one as well. And so yeah, you are part of it all. Now there are the core chaotics and stuff like that do more, and then there's other people who are just players like Danny and Jordan and stuff. And what they get out of this is a game, basically. But you could never do what Critical Role do because you'd have to have as many followers as Critical Role do just for people to get a little bit of money. So we were talking about that, and what I said is the thing that I love about Twitch and the thing that you can't get anywhere else is that you get to share a story and tell a story with people from all around the world and so many people at the same time. You can't fit us all around a table, If we try to get us 5 and Mystery Hall and Snipe and Hermit and Defrain and Prime, who is currently modding on Kate's channel, all of that lot around the table. You can't do it. We and Danny, actually, the reason why we know Danny is from the Abington Guild of Adventurers, a 70-strong role-playing group that before COVID hit all went into one hall. And that hall, my God, the sound. You know, we were all very respectful. And
The echo
Imagine
in there
that.
must
Imagine
have
how many
been
snaps you
horrible.
could get from that many people.
it didn't echo that much, but the susurrus that you get from from it all, there's actually a division that goes through the main hall that you can pull across, that we always pull across so that it splits up some of the sound. But we have had gentle reminders before where some of our more enthusiastic and more high volume, thankfully not me. I'm a good.
Would have been me. I cannot keep
It's
my
usually
voice
me,
down.
but I'm very mindful of it because the first time I went there, I couldn't hear a fucking thing because the guy behind me was so loud. So it reminded me to be more mindful. But yeah, it's really difficult to get that many people there. But you can get so many people around the table with Twitch, and also so many people contributing. And that's the thing, is that you guys, the viewers, are telling the story too. The story of the way back isn't just Shirin, Ava, Dalgul, and Alphonse and Captain Horn. It is you guys as well. You're telling the story. This is canon. Yeah, these characters exist, and they are part of it all. So this is the magic you get from Twitch that you can't get anywhere else. And we're learning more about that with putting in Nightbot commands and shit like that, stuff we could never do before. So thank you for being part of it, and thank you for returning every time. So, with that, it is a school night, and I've got work and a Star Wars game tomorrow. So we will be catching up with some of you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. As the Star Wars crew jet off to back to corporate space. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, we're going to corp space to find some people.
Yeah.
For JT to let go of his vengeance. That's my master plan.
Well, you're searching for the boy that is now turned into the man that left him
perhaps
on the
off
planet.
a building.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what Zuko did to Katara. He went with her on her vengeance plan and tricked her into letting go of her vengeance.
So
Well,
we will be
letting
doing
go of
that as well.
vengeance can be off a building. I'm just saying.
So yes, join us tomorrow for our Star Wars game, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. UK time, where we'll be joined again by Felicia, Corinne, and this time the lovely Ed. Then on Friday again, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. UK time, we will have Felicia, Corinne, Nick, and Kate for what will be session 86 of the Benefactor. And
Session a lot.
A lot.
session
Yes.
a lot as you guys are continuing with that story as well.
Yes.
There are more projects
least
coming
it's
up,
my
especially
story
once
right
this
now.
one ends. There's going to be one that kind of comes shortly after that. Project Sidekick is now in discussion.
Is that
No, don't say anything. That's
Okay.
why it's got a code name. We don't say what it is. That's what the bloody code name's for.
Okay.
Later.
We are talking about other ways of making interactive role-playing games. It's a direction that I think we should go in on Twitch because it's an opportunity that who knows how long we'll have it for. So we're going to embrace that, throw the doors open, and embrace the chaos. But until then, we will see you next time. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
No, everyone.
Bye.